Hello, people in the stream. Good evening, good evening. Just gonna play some basic Bellum, nothing special. Getting something, just gonna, just playing. Let's start linking the stream everywhere. We're on position 1, going into Delta 1 to join TWS people. I'm gonna start calling them TWS because saying TWS is a bit difficult sometimes. It's too many syllables for me to say. I'm kind of gonna I'm gonna try to talk like a lot more this game, like throughout the stream, just kind of talking about things, finding topics to think about, and yeah, because I want to keep viewer retention rate, because it's always pretty interesting talking about viewer retention rate. We were talking about it in a creative team meeting, like literally about 5 minutes ago, and it's pretty interesting seeing like when people skip through the video, when people like watch all the way through a certain segment, or when people start leaving the video and watching something else. And it's just like an interesting topic. Like I'm always into like those kind of things, like talking about like data and things, how to make the numbers get bigger, make number go big, and kind of talking about those general things. Hello, people. You may. I'm gonna turn up my microphone just a tiny little bit. What else was I gonna say? If I was to open up my YouTube studio now and put in like a second tab, I'm just gonna look at all the videos while we're waiting to get into the server. I don't know why I'm taking 10 years to get in. But let's just talk about my YouTube analytics because it's an interesting topic. I've not properly taken a look at it and like a good look at it. But since the meeting with the creative team in TWS, it's kind of just piqued my interest. So a lot of my bigger streams with the most views, usually averaging about my top 5 streams that I've done is at a low view count of 94 and a high view count of 173, which is amazing, pretty good. The top 3 are both all training videos. The 4 and 5 are just regular videos, but I'm assuming they're both, yeah, they seem to be playing the when the beta came out, which would make sense, because people want to see the new game mode and things. In the top 10, there were 3 recently uploaded. Recently uploaded being since 2020, since April 2022, 22nd. I don't know why I said 22, which is pretty good, and they're doing pretty well in view count. In the last 28 days, I've gotten 2,000 views. Oh my word. I'm famous, I'm famous. Oh, hello, Greece. Hello, Greece. Am I watching my own stream? I am watching my own stream. This is the stream I'm streaming right now. I thought this was an old stream. I got a bit confused when I saw you in the chat. Hello, Greece. Yeah, in the last 28 days, I've gotten 2,000 views, which is pretty good. Very, very good. Surprised I'm at that much, to be honest. I thought it'd be way less. In the last 28 days, I've had 300 hours watched and then 20 subscribers plus, which is very good. Meaning I've gone, in the last month, I went from 12 to 32 ish. So, yeah, 12 to 32 subscribers, which is really good. Let's join Al Zalam because TWS people in, yeah, they're all in SATA apparently. I'm also going to deafen myself in the Discord. Let's join. Don't seem to be many options. Let's join. You may hear my mic go a little bit robotic real quick. So I'm moving my stand out the way for my mouse. Game's pretty much ended. No point joining a role right now, so I'll just keep talking about viewer analytics because it's cool and interesting. If I go to my content tab, I have gotten 15,000 impressions in the last 28 days. Impression is basically it's basically saying how many times it showed up on someone's For You page, which is really good. So in the last 28 days, I've made 2,000 views. So that's 2,000 of 15,000. That's like a 7%. That's like, yeah, that's like 7%. No, that's not 7%. Is it 7%? I'm gonna get a calculator up. Calculator. Let's get calculator up. So I've got 1.6 thousand views divided by 15.4. That's 10%. So yeah, so I've gotten 10% of the people on my their For You pages on the impressions, which is really good. My goal would be around 20%, 15 to 20%, or at least holding 10%. What's this next one? Average view duration would be about 10 minutes. That's pretty good. For long form videos like these, 10 minutes is pretty good. I'd say that's about like half a game, maybe like a quarter of a game. It should be. I think I'm going to try aim for a higher view duration, of course. Try get it to like 20 minutes. Hence the more talking. No worries, Grease. Let's join Rangers. Get my auto clicker up because I'm a cheater. Okay, let's join Internal's group. I like playing with Internal. Plays as Bravo fighting lead. And then, hello. Hello. You're new. Are you new?
No, I'm fine.
You're fine.
Yeah.
I mean, are you new to the game? I've not seen you using them before.
No, I'm
Oh,
not.
interesting. How long have you been playing for? Spawn back in. I forgot about the whole staging phase thing. Where are you at? How long have you been playing for?
Enough.
Long enough.
Long enough. Yeah, I've been playing long enough as well, to be honest.
What's up, 1T?
Hello.
So what's up?
What's up, guys?
How we doing?
Good, yo.
One. Let's head over here. One over here.
We are 1-2. Yeah, we are 1-2.
2 will go to the northwest over here.
Hard coming over. Give me a second. Let me. I was gonna quickly move my mic. My mic may sound super robotic real quick because I'm trying to move my wire.
The other country?
Alright, so brief plan right now. How we're gonna do this is we're gonna split up the town
Okay,
like
that should be
usual,
good.
right? I want 1-1 on Sierra
Okay, I'm
9-1.
back.
1-1 on Sierra
Welcome
9-1.
back.
1-2 on November 3-9.
Hello, my friend.
1-3 on Foxtrot 8-4.
Yeah. I did get a bit of a awkward tone from him, but I think that's just because I don't know if I was pushing him too much.
AT can roam if we have that yet. I don't know how many fucking dudes we have, if everybody's, slotted yet or not. But that's
Maybe
gonna
he
be the
thought I was
general plan.
insulting him,
Any questions?
thinking like, oh, I'm going to insult him because he's new, but, I'm not. I'm just kind of genuinely interested, asking him, just whether he's new.
2 can go to 091. That's fine.
Okay, sick. Alright, Roger. Then 1-1 will take November, 3-9 will hold them in.
Just remember the people on the edge.
This side of the road, let him crash into us. If we can push across the road
So,
and take it, we
we're
will.
gonna make this
I
plan.
want to secure
You guys
at
played
least
this
this
map
side of
before,
our
you already
fucking
The
village.
FPS is
Pretty much
definitely
around
slightly
lines
better,
versus
yeah.
MSR, with
It's basically the
squads,
same.
place gun teams on that side and just
Depends
hold
on the,
secondary points. I don't know if we're necessarily gonna push, but if we have to, we'll end up doing it.
Yeah, heard.
We're gonna be holding Sierra 9-1. What I want to do here on the individual squad level, okay?
Yeah, the
I wanna
FPS is
put,
definitely a lot better than it was
a
2
fire
months
team
ago.
on Alpha 8-3.
It still depends on your
And I
PC
also
though.
want to put one over at Kilo
Like, I'll keep my
1-8
FPS stat on the
to
right
hold
there.
behind that compound
It's about 50
to
by
kill
now.
Whoever tries to cross.
Mhm.
I know that compound can get pretty spicy, but you have a lot of cover because of all the fences and the buildings. So you can just hide behind those. You can cut off this eastern flank right here if they go for it.
Mhm.
And you can also kill them if they go across the road. Okay, so it's kind of like an L, kind of, right? Like a V.
Yeah.
That we can cut them off because they're gonna push to the east.
If they do push us too much, we can always fall back to the fields, because the fields are always pretty good to hold as a defense.
Yeah, you can pull back north to the town.
Bravo, if you want to
we'll
hold
pull back to the field.
K18 and Alpha, we'll hold the
Yeah, that'd be
Alpha
fine.
83, just because you guys have the
That
medic.
works.
That'd
Or
be
rather,
be
we
fine.
have the medic.
That works perfect for me. On the individual squad level, okay, we need to make sure we're double timing it into the AO. Order of movement doesn't really matter, just stay spread out and get to your designated POI. I do
my
want to make
brother,
entry
guys.
here first at Tango 5-6 and then start moving southwards because they're probably
This
already
orange
in
guy's
triangle
new, I've not
to
seen him
cross by the
before.
time we get there. So we'll move as your fire teams try and take, take space and move into our POI.
When we
Go for
hit
it.
Tango, are we gonna be working the buildings until we get to Alpha and then Sierra?
Yep. We're gonna work to Alpha 8.
You may
first, and then
see-
we're gonna bump Bravo across to Kilo 1-8.
Yeah, hard.
All right, copy.
And yeah, just for the team leads, take initiative if needed. Make sure you guys don't
Sticks,
push
you may
unless we're
see my
stated to do
FPS
so.
be pretty low. It's mainly because my
and then
PC is
team
a
members
potato
just stay with your
PC.
team
I'm on a
deals,
3070, 32 gigs,
and we'll
and
have a blast.
an R7 CPU. So it's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
like a,
Let's get formed up.
basically
on the
almost a decade-old
south and
PC.
Southwest end, yep.
well, not a decade old,
Get
about
formed up
like
with your fire
half a
teams,
decade old PC.
TLs if needed, whatever.
So it
If you
would
guys
be
have
pretty low.
questions, go ahead and ask.
Hey,
We'll start pushing.
Hard.
I see that you don't have a gun
Here's
team
my
yet, so I
two
want
Bravo
you to
guys.
focus your
Orange.
guns
I've not seen you. Wait, where's
on
Orange?
November 3-9 and Sierra 9-1.
Oh, here's Orange.
Wherever
I've not
those
seen you
two
before.
squads go.
You're,
So,
are you new?
focus your gun,
I don't
one
think
gun on
we've
1-1
ever
and one
played
gun on
in a
1-2.
server together.
I don't think we have. I've never seen you before. How long have you been in a part of TWS?
Probably like
Bravo, let's get
3
moving.
weeks, maybe.
That's pretty cool.
Bellum.
You've been part of trainings and things.
Mayhem, but I don't see Yoda.
Net call when we can, guys. If we can try to remove some of these marks.
Probably picking
let's
up the
just
rear
leave the
somewhere.
marks on the map minimal.
I will pick up your rear, my friend.
Bravo, let's move a little bit to the right here so we're not clumped up. Just so we're together as well.
To reference you guys if you need to fucking face some direction too.
But yeah, Sticks, my PC isn't the greatest of PCs. It's just like an average PC. Kinda mid-end,
Just make sure you have really good
well,
spacing.
yeah, around mid-end, nothing too special. So the FPS wouldn't be the greatest. But I'm not too bothered about the FPS, as long as it's playable enough that I'm fine with.
You know, where we're gonna hold, I leave all the capturing
In the future I will start upgrading, but
up to the
I'm
squad
gonna
leader.
need some
So take it how you will.
income first.
Come on, don't lie.
SL, just so you're tracking, I'm missing 2 of my guys from
1-4,
Alpha.
did you copy my last
No problem.
traffic?
No, say again?
we don't have a medic, which is unfortunate, but one will join eventually. Brother, let's keep this wedge going. We're doing well.
1-3 will be okay without a gun for now. How copy?
I was taking a shit.
You're taking a shit.
Shit. You're gonna me take a shit when you're wounded?
Probably.
Fair enough.
Alpha, let's spread out more. Like,
Took his
10
time.
meters in between each guy, left and right. Doesn't have to be a perfect formation. Yep.
Shots are on hit. We're good though.
Already? That was pretty quick.
Operator sucks. That's
Yeah,
what
start moving at 219 left of these buildings.
Was that the enemy drone? Did they say?
Everything okay? Do you need medic?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
They always try and hit you at the start.
Yeah.
That's so quick. I didn't realize they would come that fast.
I know who the drone operator is on the other side.
Interesting.
They fucking, spawn that shit so then they can redeploy and grab another one before they leave
Yeah,
the fob.
you get
Yeah.
5 FPVs. So
I thought they
Let's try
buffed
and-
it to 10 in the last.
You get 5 overall,
did they?
or is it 5
I
per
think
life?
6 or something. Like
Interesting.
5, 6, I don't know.
I thought you had
Just keep
infinite as long as
respawning,
you
like,
just
5
respawn.
seconds.
I just unmuted the Discord.
Nah.
My AEW killed.
Interesting.
For the Rangers, it's only 2.
Just be
And
Oh,
you
it's-
deploy them on the same life.
30 drones now. It's pretty awesome,
Interesting.
right?
So if you lose both drones and you redeploy as drone op, you don't have any more.
They have 30 FPV drones if you include all of
If
their
you lose all
respawns.
2
They
on
have
Rangers,
10
you don't have any
each
more for the
time
rest
they
of the match.
spawn.
I don't think that's true. I think that's
have like smoke grenade, like red or blue smoke grenades or something.
yeah. I will
Got
say,
quite a while to go.
the new change that
drones
say there's
respawn
another
with-
fucking.
Yeah.
Jeez,
No,
I don't think
it's
the
drones
Rangers
do,
pretty
It's just
nasty.
10 flat, 10 flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the case for
Like-
Rangers get the Black Hornet. They get
It's already going to be a pain on this map with how many grenades get thrown at us from Sator.
Manageable then. Fine.
I'm going to feel bad for the gun teams. That
Good boy.
Can that Bravo guy catch up a little bit? You're just to the right. No worries.
Who the fuck said that?
Moving straight south. Oh my word. Buddy did, I don't know if you heard command chat there, but Buddy did one of those little lizard noise from Star Wars. Those, like, lizard people.
get spacing on your squads, guys. They're gonna fucking FPV drone to fuck. When we get to the designated,
Do you guys know that those lizard people, like Bosk and things?
One taking the middle. What's going on?
It's like, I forgot what they're called, the species. But like, there's like that specific episode when Ahsoka Tano gets like kidnapped by the lizard people, and they gets thrown onto some island, meets all the Padawan people, and then yeah, and basically Ahsoka gets left on the island with all the Padawans and stuff trying to survive. And like that little lizard noise that guy made in the command chat reminded me of those lizard people hunting them, like Bosk's species. Hard.
Just stay in line with them. Just push behind them.
Enemies are in the village.
Hard.
They're about 100 meters from the MSR.
Brother, let's slow down a little bit. Actually, don't slow down yet though. Let's get into the town.
We have some enemies across the main MSR.
right in front of us.
Yeah, Clone Wars is pretty cool.
Stay on the right hand side of the red.
Hard. Bravo, let's start moving to the right here. Move to these buildings here. Okay, who's behind me? Grenadier, you're gonna take lead. Grenadier and Auto Rifleman, you're gonna take lead. We're just gonna move through these buildings here. My FPS is tanking it right now. Holy moly. Keep moving, keep moving. Yeah, doing it now. Take your time with it, Grenadier. Just take your time with it. The second you see contact, just stop and shoot them. Bravo, Auto Rifleman, you're gonna control this road here on the left, on the right here. You're gonna sit next to this building and control this road. Are they? Okay. My FPS is not doing so well in this firefight. I feel like they need to reduce how much the bullets, how much physics the bullets do, because I feel like each time they do a change to like bullets and stuff. Hard. Get some smoke down, except everybody except for the auto rifleman, get some smoke down. Just keep moving.
They're directly on the other side of that green fence as well.
Get some smoke down, get some smoke down.
Squads, try to hold what you
We're gonna move
got.
on the left here, we're gonna move on the
Push
left.
up, whatever you guys need to do, just try to
Crossing.
remain in support of each other.
Keep moving whenever you're ready.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Be better off going far west. If you can get across that road, you're solid.
Hard. Bravo auto rifleman, you're gonna cover us. We're gonna try cross this road whenever we're able to. Get some get some smokes on the road, get some smokes on the road. Not in the building. Not in the building. Okay, I'm gonna dart it across to test the waters. Yeah, brother, whenever you're able to cross the road, take your time with it. Do not go at your own speed. Auto rifleman, stay on that control point.
Alpha team down. We're cutting the road right now. We're cutting the road.
Let's clear out this outpost here. Clear out the outpost.
Try to hold what you got.
We're just gonna hold here.
Mask out.
Brother, we're gonna set up in this outpost here and control this point. Just find a nice security point for yourself.
1-2, how
Yeah, yeah.
are you doing? 2 has Alpha, Mask has, pushing with the Bravo.
Brother's not gonna push any farther. I believe there might be more to our southeast.
No, you're good. Alright, hey, 1-4. Just make sure you get those guns laying in.
Grenadier, you're gonna stay with the squad lead and just support him.
Just suppress the fire so that we can get guys up. Alpha, just hold in there. I'm gonna try to
Acknowledge
move
1-4 is holding.
Nick, close. Southeast. They're pushing us.
Hey, drone above. Drone above 1-1.
Gonna quickly heal. I'm gonna heal. Bravo's been pushing from the southeast. They're coming our direction. We'll try to hold the line a little bit longer, but we're gonna fall back eventually. Okay, I'm quickly healing myself.
Yeah, Bravo, you're already across that street. Just hold what you got. They're gonna start pushing you from your southeast.
Hard.
Defense.
Oh my word, my FPS is... Oh my god. My FPS is tanking it right now. What is going on? So, yeah, Bravo's going to move and move to a better position. They're pushing us way too hard here. We're going to die. Bravo, just keep moving. Try and make your way out of this compound. We've got a friendly squad next to us. I believe Bravo's down. My FPS is not doing so well. Sticks, if you're still watching... Oof. To answer your FPS question, not good.
I got you. I'm gonna heal up real quick and I got you.
I'm gonna take a picture of that and put that in feedback. In Bellum feedback.
Keep working the fight.
Unlucky. Talking about what was I going to talk about again? I'm just quickly typing in Bellum feedback real quick.
Okay, missiles back. Okay. Everyone that's with SL right now, we need to start pushing east. We're gonna start pushing east, northeast, start working.
Hard.
Try and clear this con. This.
1-1's full Moscow, possibly full white.
Yeah, I've always noticed. I've noticed it on the other map as well, but it's a lot worse on the new map. Okay, brother, we're gonna pick up. We're gonna try and make our way northeast back to the squad lead. We're gonna try and make our way northeast. Let's wrap around to our straight west. Wrap around to the west. Brother's gonna wrap around to the west and try and make our way back to the squad lead. We're gonna go the long route.
Hey, Bravo. Off of my body currently. Just try and pull back to like
1-1's position is completely
overrun. We've got
Hard.
already on this side of the MSR.
Yeah, doing so now.
We need to try to control what buildings we can and try to force them back out.
Get to this little bush line in front of us. Bravo guy behind me. If you're still up.
So gun teams,
Okay, Bravo's set up on this little tree line here, waiting for people to spawn in.
Then do so. Same with you, 1-4.
Okay, let's just go prone here, let people spawn in. Try not to shoot anybody if you see them. Go prone, go prone. Let's keep moving to a better hard cover. Get behind these trees over here so we're not going to get suddenly shot in the head by that machine gun. Yeah, because if that machine gun gets a lucky shot on us, we're dead.
Oh, I just got hit.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, Bravo's in a safe spot for people to spawn in whenever they're able to. Yeah, they're suppressing people to our southeast, and we're just in the line with them. We're in line with them, so the bullets going towards them is going to go towards us as well. Hopefully we're not in contact. Hopefully those bullets don't mean we're in contact, so people can still spawn in on us. Oh shit. Everybody's down. Yeah, everybody's down except for the 2 Bravo guys and myself, just kind of sitting in the bush. So if you're down, just redeploy. 1-2 is Mazkaz, they're redeploying on Bravo's team.
Copy that, 1-2.
Did almost everybody die in that?
Are you up?
Yeah, everybody's dead. Yeah, everybody died. I think most of the platoon did.
If any of 1-4 is still alive, break contact.
Is that enemy drone?
1-3 if you can. So break it.
I have
know
no
you
idea.
hit that road in between you.
I hope not.
1-3.
Okay.
1-3, this is 1-2 Bravo.
100% manpower.
1-3, this is 1-2 Bravo. The drone is heading your way from the west. Just wait here a little bit longer, let people spawn in. There's a huge spawn delay, and it's really annoying. It's like a minute long.
I don't know how they crossed that MSR so quickly.
1-3's half down. We're treating our wounded. We'll be up here soon.
That Bravo guy who's down, nope. If you can hear me, redeploy. If you hear me, nope.
Copy 1-3. We're trying to move as quickly as we can to your
That's what's
side.
bacon.
There you go, there you go. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, recon holiday here, holy.
Yeah, that was super risky for Bravo as well. Like, we were running and it was just a machine gun shooting us from behind.
Yep.
We got-
Doing this really well, so we're gonna have to adapt to this. Let's get more people spawned in, then let's move in. I'll get a game plan while we're doing that, though.
Mm-hmm.
1-2, when you're up, I want you to move towards.
Hey.
Yeah, it's really annoying. Especially in, like, the really, like, tense parts when you really need to spawn in and tell people.
1-4 is back
Like,
up.
say if you're, like, playing as, like, a squad lead or something, I've always noticed whenever I play, like, a leadership role and I need to redeploy, that length of time is, like, it feels a lot longer because you're trying to tell people stuff and tell them where to go, and there's just not enough time. Because by the time you do spawn in, they're all dead.
1-3. This is 1-3. We're done for. Bravo, you're moving to Kilo. Copy.
Hard moving that.
1-2, you're only element alive that is that close.
Okay, Bravo picking up, moving straight east. Bravo picking up, moving straight east.
Game plan here.
Across the ODA.
Let's double time it, because this is super risky.
No, follow these right buildings.
Oh yeah, my bad. I didn't realize. There was a quite far as well, but we can try to do that as well. Move to the right buildings here. Just double time it.
1-1's full wiped again. They're like in our spawn. They're right next to us. They're on 1-1's position. We got some dudes who's trying to release.
Don't know what I was thinking there.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, no clue what I was thinking there.
Gentlemen,
Try not to get in contact.
you're gonna have to flank far east. 1-3, when you get up, go far east. 1-4.
Bravo, start moving to the
going
left here, on the
southeast.
left side of this green fence. We're gonna wrap around.
Hey, on top of 1-3, there's enemy contact. Start looking
Hard.
towards 1-3 Bravo. Try to stay out of contact. I'm gonna get someone spawned on you.
Is anybody still alive in Bravo? Just making sure.
That's Bravo.
Okay, yeah, I can see you.
Start engaging.
I thought you.
Keep your
I got really scared that you guys died for a second. I got really scared. Let's start moving, making a way.
There's
What?
Russians like
Auto Rifleman, you're gonna take
100.
lead. You're gonna take lead and cover that corner for us.
Hey, jump this fence, Bravo.
Hard.
Jump the fence.
Pull back, pull back. Auto rifleman, you're gonna stay in that corner.
Alpha
Jump
trying
fence, jump
to
the jump the
cross on
fence.
us. Look towards Bravo.
Are any of you still alive?
Bad frag, bad frag. They're inside the compound with us.
Oh my word, there's one right there. I'm gonna be low. One on the left, there's one on the left behind this wall.
Alpha, they're gonna start trying to push us.
Stand by 1 sec. Negative. Enemy is close. To the E. Alpha, try and come out.
Frags over the building, over the building.
About 50 meters out.
On the left, next to the mud hut. On the left, next to the mud hut. Left side of mud hut on the left.
SL's probably gonna go down here.
Oh my word. Okay,
Get in here with, if you're alive.
yeah.
They're right behind.
Yeah, Alpha
They're
pushing me
right
time now.
next to the fence.
Copy, you want us to push to you?
I've been thinking about Clone Wars recently, because I watch it like a lot, but not I haven't watched it recently, but I kind of watch it like once annually. Like I kind of watch it annually once, like most of the series I watch. And with the new season, like the most recent season, the one that came out a couple of years ago, it's really good at the end, but the first two arcs are kind of whack. Like, I don't really like the Bad Batch arc. I think it's a little cringy and a bit childish. I don't really like the arc with the two sisters that hang out with Ahsoka. It's like, I just have zero connection to those two characters. Like, they just mean nothing to me. And like, Ahsoka's pretty cool, obviously, in that arc, but like, that entire arc with the two sisters in the final season of Clone Wars, it's probably one of the worst Clone Wars arcs in the entire like TV show. It's just so boring. The only reason why I kind of watched those couple episodes is just in case like Ahsoka ever had like a meaningful plot point that actually adds to the storyline. Like later on, there's kind of like a bit when in one of like the first episode, I think, or second episode of that arc, where Ahsoka and the two sisters are kind of flying away for the first time off Coruscant, and then there's like that little connection with like Anakin and things from the Venator, who are doing like blockading the doing security on the Coruscant motorways. I don't know if you would call them highways or motorways if they're in the sky. They're probably some sort of I'll just call them highways, like transit lines, public transit lines. And it was also a little bit later on when those last four episodes of Clone Wars are really cool. Like with the Order 66 arc, they're really cool. Like they're definitely best episodes in the entire season, and probably one of the better episodes in the entire show as well. Those last four episodes. It's just the two arcs beforehand with Batch and those two sisters. I'm just not interested in those. I want to get to like the nice, I want to get to the nice juice of like the meat of the episode of the season, which is like the Order 66 stuff. So whenever I watch Clone Wars, I'm just gonna skip the Bad Batch episodes. I'm gonna skip the Two Sisters episodes and go straight to the Order 66. Another couple of cool episodes is the General Corell episodes on the Jedi guy, that kind of the Jedi General guy that portrays the clones, portrayed on that cool planet thing, and the clones kind of turn on the General Corell. He's got like the two dual wielding lightsabers, and he's got 4 arms, and he's a pretty big dude. He's the same species as the cafe dude that Obi-Wan hangs out with in episode 2 of Attack of the Clones. Same species as that guy. But that entire arc with General Corell is probably my favorite arc. It's a cool vibe. I think the visuals of that season, like, the visuals definitely upgrade. like from season, I think that's like season 4, maybe. So watching from season 3 and then going into season 4, those episodes with General Corral, like the quality definitely improves.
They are focused on 1-4 right now and likely 1-2. So if you can get across into those trees and then push in, you're gonna cause a lot of chaos.
They're pushing on the right, too.
Because like, yeah, I completely agree. Because like the first couple seasons of Clone Wars are they're kind of dull, and there's not many interesting things happening.
Yeah, I might be able to.
There's not many interesting things happening. Mainly because it's like the first couple of seasons, and I don't know if they were planning to have any like strong arcs. We're all dead. Any strong arcs in a couple of seasons. But I do like how they kind of develop over time in each season, that it gets more serious and the arcs get longer and the arcs get more meaningful towards the storyline. But I do agree, like, the first couple seasons are not the best. And it's only until like season 3 and season 4 when Clone Wars starts getting like really cool and actually keeps you in. Yeah, the General Corral arc is definitely one of the peak points. And like the entire arc, like the entire thing of like of those like couple clones in the 501st with like Fives and Echo and things going through their training, like that entire storyline stretching across the entire show with like the clone training stuff and like, the development of those couple clones is really cool. Like I think that starts in like season 2 or season 3. But the General Corral like episodes add a lot to that, and those episodes with the prison break as well, when they try to break the Jedi guy, the little Jedi dude, out of prison, out of like that fortress place. I need to spawn in. If you're dead, whoa, the second I spawn in, just like full on 1 FPS. If you're down, I just recommend respawning on FOB. I think pretty much everybody, yeah, everybody's down. Everybody died. So those 2 alpha guys who are still down, I just give up and redeploy. There's nobody around you.
Be focused. 1-4. Get your fires.
Yeah, that I think. Yeah, this is a difficult match.
Dude, they are so aggressive.
Yeah, like this is definitely like the first one to get momentum on this map. Like wins the entire match.
I think this is the top Seder performance I've ever seen.
Yeah.
They just we're at 61% manpower because they killed our entire platoon at the beginning.
Like this map is definitely like I think this map is definitely like if you don't get the momentum in the first couple minutes, you're gonna lose. It's definitely one of those kind of maps.
Yeah. It's still definitely doable though.
Yeah, it's doable.
You can try and do this.
Like it starts lowering off like a mid game. Like it's more of the beginning that's like the the major like pinpoint of like you need to get moving and moving. But like halfway through the game you're kind of just resting out and it's just like a stalemate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're doing our best. It's kind of just a struggle match because we didn't have a good start. And they got the momentum going.
It's yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It
definitely.
Maybe they just hustled more. I don't know.
It definitely doesn't help that the town is offset.
We didn't really double time that much. Or
Yeah,
like, not all of us. 1-1 was moving pretty fast. I got in there, but
Yeah, it definitely doesn't help that the town is offset as well a little bit to the south. Like, there is an advantage when you're on the north side since you gain more influence, since the north side of the town is in the dead center, but if you're starting off, whoever's on the south side gets the huge advantage of taking half the town by the time the other team gets there.
I don't know, yesterday when we played, we were Rangers on this spawn and we got there way before them. So we just ran in.
Yeah, heard. Bravo, let's start linking up a little bit here. Start making our way towards the 41 mark.
Do you want me to head to?
Yeah, those are a couple of episodes where they break the little Jedi dude out of prison.
What's your status?
Yeah, hard.
Are you still alive, or are you just
Alpha's
down?
at Sierra 02. So the Bravo guy over there, you're going to the mark right next to you, Quebec.
Yeah, hard. Those couple episodes where they try to break the little dude out of
Not get mass wiped and try and get
Yeah.
on forces.
yeah, play passively and things.
Seem overly aggressive, so if we let them push us, we should be good.
Yeah. Just trying not to get stuck in buildings as well. Those extra grenade launches, they're gonna be very mean on us.
So you're saying like the Bravo TL now gets a pump action grenade?
I believe so. It's not a pump action, I think it's a single shot. Like, the same as the Ranger's grenade launcher. Because I googled what the grenade launcher looked like, and it looks basically the same. Like an AK attached.
Hey, 1-3, are you in the yellow second story building now?
Their Alpha FTL gets a different type of GL. They get 2 GP25s and 1 of the fucking weird ones.
Is that a friendly drone on 1-1?
But yeah, those grenade launchers are going to be mean to us if we get stuck in buildings.
My drone's grounded. I'm trying to.
But yeah, those are... I keep restarting this conversation, but those couple episodes where they're breaking the little Jedi dude out of prison, very cool. I think that's definitely top 3 of arcs, like single story arcs that don't continue onwards. Like, they're definitely really cool, and it adds a lot to the like the clone troopers that are going like all the way through the show, that haven't starting from training and then ending off as like arc troopers and stuff. But like, that's definitely like top like 3 short single one-shot arcs, and you get to meet Tarkin as well. Tarkin's a cool character. If I was to talk about like long form arcs as well, like long form arcs, like the whole Maul arc, like Maul and Savage and Ventress arc is pretty cool.
Squad in the town.
Yeah, hard. Bravo, let's start moving to the straight southwest, west, moving to the right here.
One of the only ones.
Yeah, let's double time it, Bravo, let's, just in case they're pushing us.
Watch out for the 2-story buildings. There's emplaced machine guns in there.
Hard. Bravo, let's jump over this fence here.
Yep.
Bravo.
If we can't, yeah, just hold down spacebar and things.
That southwest compound. Or the western compound.
Where's my auto rifleman? Yeah, hard. Auto rifleman, you're going to control this road here, from this angle here. Do not push towards the green fence, but sit on the left side of this building or something. And then look towards the southwest. The left side of this building. Do not push that green fence.
Your TL's a 4-1.
Hard.
Secure Northmore.
Grenadier rifleman, you're going to follow me and keep moving to these next couple buildings. Auto rifleman.
Alpha's got contact
Hard.
at 175. There's a 2-story yellow building.
Bravo, auto rifleman, you're going to dictate your own movement, but make sure you're controlling this main road. Oh my word, that was super dodgy. Let's just sit around in these buildings here, take angles. Just take security points and take angles. Yeah, you sit here, watch towards the west. Do not peek out too much, just kind of watch.
That's smoke, yep.
Is that movement?
Part of that squad that was in the 2-story buildings fell back south.
Bravo has contact west, moving around. They're going to flank us from behind.
Their side of the road.
Straight west.
Everyone get into an Alamo/defensive posture.
Auto rifleman, if you see those people to the west, just light them up.
In between the 2-story and the green fence, tracks that most of the squad is falling back. Most of the enemy squad is falling back from the 2-story house and yellow houses.
I like the entire Ventress arc. Is that a bad guy?
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, it's Bravo guy. I like the entire Ventress arc, how she goes from a bad guy, and then she gets ditched by Count Dooku. I call him Count Dookie, because it's funny. But she gets ditched by Count Dookie. And,
Keep up the sustained rate of fire, guys.
I was just quickly thinking there. And then she... Yeah, and she does like the entire arc where she meets up with the Night Sisters and stuff. And then... Yeah, cosplay, move back towards Bravo, fire team lead, please. Okay, he's dead.
I'm down.
Yeah, no worries. Try not, if you're gonna, try not to redeploy. How many lives do you remember, if you have any? How many lives do you got left, cosplay? Whenever you're able to answer.
Who put down the infantry mark to 1-4 east? Hey, team lead, they're pushing.
Are they pushing?
We're gonna get overrun soon.
Whoa, what direction?
West.
Unclear. I did not place that one. I placed one in the Bravo or Alpha?
Bravo.
I did just place one,
They're
though.
pushing in from the southwest and west of Bravo. Just pick them up from a distance, Bravo. Just slow them down.
I'm covering your southeast, Bravo, if they try pushing you guys.
I was able to get
Hard.
to-
1-2, is that enemy mark right next to you guys still accurate,
pretty
close?
far. Not at this time for 2, break. New enemy on marks will be accurate.
Alright, cool. Yeah, we got good marks.
They're wrapping around this tree line to where West.
Yeah, Bravo, straight west. There's more moving straight west, moving left to right.
Some enemy's going to be trying to flank around to the northwest in that tree line. Someone wants to try and hit him.
We can see him peeking up over time. The entire arc with Ventress with the Night Sisters is really cool. And then when the entire siege with General Grievous, yeah, GG's. The entire siege with General Grievous sieging the Night Sisters is very cool. I think they don't do many cool things. I think they could have done more cool stuff with the when they bring out those like zombie Night Sisters. They could have done that like a lot more cooler things with that. I think they kind of didn't do as much as they should have with the zombies. Or that weird witch lady that hides in the cave that brings out the zombies. I think that would have been cool. From what I know, when in the unfinished, unreleased episodes, where it's like on season 7 or something, or season 6, where we meet the Night Sister, Mother Teresa or whatever, Mother Tarzan. When Mother Tarzan like shows herself up again in like season 6 or something with those like half-finished season. I don't believe that's her actual death. I think she dies later on, like in canon. There's a dude right here. She dies later on. I believe she 1v1s. I believe in canon she 1v1s Emperor Palpatine, because she kind of goes after Emperor Palpatine as like one last try. Let's try kill him, and then she almost beats Emperor Palpatine. And then by the time she's about to beat him, I think he just straight up kills her. I think. I might be wrong on that. But it's unfortunate that we don't get to see Mother Tarzan's death. And it's kind of like an anticlimactic death in some dumb arc about Jar Jar Binks making out with duck people. It's like... Yeah, I think Mother Tarzan should have gotten a... Is it Talzan? Yeah, it's Talzan or something, not Tarzan. Talzan. Is it Talzan? Doesn't matter. I'll say it's Talzan. But that entire... But like, I think her death is just anticlimactic. Let's get into Sata here. I think, yeah, her death is definitely anticlimactic. And it's in a dumb arc too. With like the duck people and Jar Jar Binks. No. This player is... I don't know. I don't know if I want to take a leadership role. I don't know. I might take a machine gunner again. That was pretty cool. Or grenadier. I'll take a goblin senior grenadier. I'll take goblin senior grenadier. Yeah. I've not played with goblin in a while. Which would be interesting. I've not played with him in a while. he always finds like interesting tactics that like you wouldn't really think of. Like not like tactics that would be useful in real life, but tactics that would work in Bellum, like video game tactics to survive. Hello, people. Like I remember one time when we should have breaking like a couple playtests ago.
Continue heading north. We're just gonna try and get deep inside the zone.
Where's my Alright, boys, head north. Head directly
staging
north. Never
phase.
mind, we can't.
Yeah.
I forgot we're Seder.
Dum dum.
My bad.
Dum dum.
I fully just went, I'm lazy. Just gonna start running. Never mind.
Disregard that, boys. I thought I was AZ for
Yeah,
some
maybe
reason.
Goblin isn't so smart. But yeah, I remember one time a couple playtests ago, like months ago, I was in the same squad as him, and we were basically being overrun, but we kind of got left behind by the entire platoon. But instead of breaking contact, he just said, "Oh, we should just go
Anyone in
prone
here
in these
new?
bushes."
Old B
I'm
as
pretty
Bravo,
new.
You can speak up.
I'm pretty new.
Yeah, I know you are. I knew you were. I was talking
Yeah.
about the people that actually are new. You know, not just new to the game, but new.
I'm new to the world.
But he's just been born.
5th game.
Alright, Rick Ball, I'll go over some stuff with you boys once we start running, unless everyone wants to hear it.
We run a strict game here.
If you want to make your way to me so I can give a...
Do not mess up.
Oh, sorry, Dad.
We're gonna kick you out the squad if you die once. A single shot to your leg, single shot to your body, anywhere, you're kicked out the squad.
Alright.
Just don't shoot me in the cock.
We're gonna be doing something
No, you can stay in
a
the squad.
little different, where we're not gonna be fighting over the normal school area yellow building town. We're gonna stick to the left-hand side of the AO. We're gonna start by going to Gulf 31, and then we're gonna progress clockwise
Yeah,
around
no
the
worries,
AO,
Grease.
going to Whiskey 22, and then Sierra 46. We will hook into the town from the high ground, which is key terrains. This entire left-hand side is just all high grounds, all key terrain. As long as we clear out anything to our north, towards Sierra 48, or 46, excuse me, there won't be anyone on a level playing field from us, and they're gonna have to cross this big open field to react to us. Now, the name of the game here is we need to push around the AO fast enough to where we're not blowing too much time. And then once we get to these rock formations here, we're going to have to progress into a right hook. By these rock formations, I mean the locations that I'm placing the blue infantry markers. Once we get here, we can start to look to make an eastern swing, an eastern hook into the AO. Hopefully, we'll be able to run into maybe a squad, kill them, and collect some intel. But again, it's cash.
Just keep in mind that their spawn is going to be behind that high ground on our final RP. So
Yeah.
they're going to be spawning behind us as we're fighting into the town.
Possibly. It could be
No,
there. It could
100%.
be over here as well. But yes. that
Win
is
by
something that we're
manpower.
gonna keep an eye
It's
on.
over here. So just keep an eye. It's not horrible, but you just need to dedicate like a fire team watching that shit at least.
Yeah. Spawn
We're
camp.
occupying that. It's not the end of the world though, because it is all open terrain. They have to push across.
Basically, it means the dedicated fire team is platoon command. I like it. Send them up.
You got it, dude. Yeah.
Alright, so, the march, so there is no 1-1 yet, so, it's gonna be, 1-2, followed by 1-3, and then 1-4.
Yep.
2 copy.
Raj.
Alright, 2, we're going to follow the move
I'll
markers on the
scout
map.
there for you guys.
Farthest
There's nothing
left.
on the west side.
Just continue following it, boys, and I'll go over some key points for you, Rick.
But once we get into contact, I don't want you to go to
Alright, well, for all you guys.
immediate contact location.
Goblin. If we want Goblin, once we get to M11, if we do need to push straight north from M11, we could push towards outside the AO a little bit further west. Because I've always known there's like a big hill there we can use for cover if we need to push any further west.
There's a nice hill to go down
Hard.
below it, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna catch up to you.
Just have to see. I don't even know if there's anyone up there or not. They might
Yeah,
go
hard.
all the way to the other side of the map, we'll see.
For fire team leaders just catching up real quick.
grenades for Rick. So Rick, press 1, and this is for anyone else too. Press 1 to put your gun into full automatic mode. It also brings up your gun if you have a grenade in your hands. 3 through 6 are going to be your special weapons. I believe you're a grenadier, Rick. I can't remember now. So you're going to pull out grenades.
My word, the FPS is not doing so well here either.
Hold R, and you can choose what load you're throwing into that special grenadier weapon. So it could be smokes, I believe it is, or HE. Double tap R is how you reload fast on your gun. R is how you reload slow. Double tapping R will cause jams in the future, so don't get used to doing it all the time. Next thing is Control R, Control T, check how many mags you have. Hold G as in George, just pulls up your grenades, whether you want smoke or...
And to move my keyboard. I've got like a mouse pad thing. Like it's a pretty big mouse pad. But it basically takes up half of the space in front of me, next to my monitors. But whenever my keyboard is slightly on the edge of it, so it moves down sometimes and falls off, and I kind of have to move it back up, or it gets really annoying. Because I like to move my keyboard a lot whenever I'm playing, like, you know. Yeah, I move my keyboard a lot when I'm playing. Because I've got my hand on my WSD keys, and sometimes if my hand needs a rest, I'll just move my hand back towards me, or move further away, wherever it just feels comfortable. But that also means moving the keyboard. So whenever... Once... Yeah, I was quickly listening to Goblin there. But yeah, basically whenever I want to move my keyboard, like freely, since my keyboard is basically on the pad and it can like slip off, it kind of gets blocked and like stuck next to the pad, and it's kind of hard to get it back up without having to use my other hand and lifting it up, because the thickness of the pad is thick enough that the keyboard just can't naturally climb up it like a step. Kind of have to, yeah, you just kind of have to lift it up with your with your second hand. That means taking my hand off my mouse.
On tab, you can mouse scroll while you are walking. That'll adjust how fast and slow you're walking. You can also mouse scroll while crouching. That'll adjust how high and low you're crouching. Press tab once. That'll make you walk really slow. You can put your gun into high ready by pressing space. That'll stop you from accidentally death popping. It also allows you to quickly zoom in if you are in high ready. Hold V as in Victor to talk to local chat. B as in Bravo to talk to squad chat. That's the leftmost ear. That is very important. So anything you hear in the leftmost ear is important. It applies to you. Make sure you listen to it.
Click comes real quick. Alpha. Alpha, let's start linking up a little bit more as we get into the AO. So I'm going to catch up to you. You wait for me, and I can take lead as Alpha fighting lead.
So the next thing is, leftmost ear is the most important. That applies to you directly.
Command,
the rightmost ear for command units. Don't listen to squad
right now,
unless you're in a safe location, because that just is some guy trying to tell you on a little tiny map what to do or what they'd like or whatever it is. Doesn't matter. So only listen to the right ear if your location is safe.
Also, Alpha is...
Your grenadier. You can adjust grenadier by holding X and mouse scrolling.
I'm going to take lead here, Alpha Medic, since I'm Alpha fighting lead. So stay behind me.
And like the stance and stuff, or the stamina in the menu, the very first settings menu. It's pretty handy. Try to keep at least 20-25% of stamina left so you can run to cover. Very last few things I can impart to you. This game has a passive bracing system.
Okay, updated enemy marks are in place. There is an enemy squad
next to a tree
on our southwestern side of the AO,
doesn't matter what it is,
so they are going to have to be dealt with here.
So always try and post up by those things. You can full auto, and you'll basically be shooting a laser beam.
So if we can get
for
1-1
PKN,
veer
doesn't matter
into
what gun.
the AO, and then just
Next thing is if you shoot
keep
people in the nuts or the legs, there's a 20% chance of them falling
to the
over.
northeast, you mean?
So if they're out in the middle of a field, it might be worse shooting their legs out from underneath them than getting a nice clean headshot while they're prone.
No.
Bushes and shadows are going to be your greatest ally. We're facing against
I'm not one of those kind of guys to do well with, like, trying to talk when someone's talking, like, louder than me. It's like, I kind of want to... Yeah. Like, sometimes I'm trying to think of, like, stuff to say. But it can be, like, a little bit of a difficulty trying to talk when there's people talking in my ears. It's kind of drawing the attention of my brain while I'm trying to think of what I want to say next. It's not the fault of Goblin, it's kind of just like... It's not the fault of Goblin, it's more like kind of... I should just turn down the game a little bit. Yep. This is Alpha Fire Team Lead. We're gonna just follow Bravo and Squad Lead from behind. We're just gonna tail them from behind. So the two Alpha guys start getting behind your Alpha Fire Team Lead. We're gonna make a nice wedge here, and then let Bravo set up, and we can start bounding across this tree line when we need to. Alpha, we're gonna let Bravo set up, and then we're gonna set up as well next to Bravo, just to the right of them, and then we can think about bounding when we need to.
So what we're going for, boys, right now is a depth approach. I'd like Alpha overlooking Bravo. Bravo, you're gonna be in front. You have the most killing weapon, which is a machine gun and an RPG. Alpha, you're going to be supporting them, just being behind them, having eyes on them, but not being suppressed by the same weapons.
Drone operator is
hard.
Bravo 6-9 is
So is that for bounding, or is that just when we're sat still? Don't try not to skyline. Move a little bit to the left here. Alpha, we're going to move a little bit to the left here. Try not to skyline.
This is 2. Have we had any contact or known contacts other than the one way east?
The intersection was the last that marking. It was accurate, maybe 5 minutes ago. So they've definitely moved on.
This is 2.
Unknown
Copy.
which direction.
Been watching
I'm gonna try to find out where you
I watched Hail Mary yesterday, Project Hail Mary. I pirated it, of course, because I don't have money and I don't want to go to the cinema.
So if you look on the circle, you should see us roughly.
But I watched Project Hail Mary yesterday, last night. It was very cool. It was a very cool film. It was a lot better than I expected. Very different to what I expected. I thought it was going to be like a future sci-fi thing. Like something in the far future. With like space battles or something. Yeah, hard. Alpha, let's get into the AO here a little bit. So we can gain some influence.
Just use that nice big hill to cover our movement. We should be in the zone the whole time now.
But basically, I was watching a Project Hail Mary. It's very different to how I expected it. It's really cool, and the visuals of it is very interesting, and the soundtrack. The soundtrack is probably the coolest part. It's a very simple soundtrack, but I like the chamber choir aspect of it. Alpha, get into this tree line here next to us. Spread yourself out behind a tree or rock or bush. We're just going to support Bravo from back here. Alpha's engaged contact from across the tree line. Alpha, spread yourself out more. Let's get up this hill here. Alpha, keep moving up the hill here. Get behind this hill.
SL is down. Got headshot.
Hard. Alpha's going to set up behind the hill here.
Lighting up the trees doesn't matter what you see, you don't see.
Alpha, once you've set up on this hill, shoot what you see. Shoot what you see. But yeah, Project Hail Mary is really cool. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but the visuals, the soundtrack, and the acting is really cool. Yeah, no worries. Watch and shoot, Alpha. Watch and shoot. If you see anything, shoot them. Alpha in the tree line. Alpha in the tree line. To our right. To our right. There's one guy here. There's one guy. They're in the tree line in front of us. 1-6 in the tree line here. I just shot someone. There might be more farther up.
Yep. There's a guy who dropped right to our left. I think.
Hard. Hard.
200 meters.
Well, Alpha, we're just going to hold here a little bit longer, just support the rest of the platoon. Bravo, you're basically dead. I'd recommend redeploying on the Alpha fire team lead. That one Bravo guy that's still up, just kind of hold where you are. Last as long as you can. Or try make your way back south to the rest of the platoon, that one Bravo guy who's still alive, if you think it's safe enough. Yeah, the rest of Bravo hard.
1-2 actual down, 1-2 Bravo got mass cast basically. 1-2 Alpha.
Alpha, we're just gonna hold position here, just watch and shoot from here. Medic, try not to peek too much, you are the medic. Hard. Grenadier, you're gonna follow me, Grenadier.
Come from the bottom. Ooh, you're into that? That was 1-1.
Alpha Grenadier, you're gonna stick with the 1-6 here and just support 1-6.
The red diamond, there is enemies on
You're just gonna stay here, Grenadier. Medic. Rifleman, you're good. Try not to push too far, Rifleman. Medic, you should be fine where you are. Try not to peek too much. I'd recommend go prone. You're gonna skyline here.
I got smoke on top of me from the north side of this tree line.
Those who are dead, like squad lead and Bravo people, I'd recommend redeploying on the Alpha fire team lead, or if you do want to, wait a little bit longer, but you're gonna wait quite a while before people are able to pick you back up. But at this moment of time, I'd recommend just redeploying Alpha fire team lead.
Contacts pushing into the trees here northeast on our side.
Yep. We're just gonna have to hold the line here. There's not much we can do about it except for shoot them.
Contact danger close.
He said danger close for Bravo.
On Alpha, I think.
Alpha, yeah, that's to our northeast in the same tree line. I've got my Alpha guys set up already, and 1-6 is there holding the line. Hard. I'm gonna start getting grenades over there. Alpha, we're doing well. Just hold the line, Alpha. We're doing well. There's not much we can do in this situation except for sit still.
I was down hard.
The rocky guy in Hail Mary, the little rock dude that he meets in space is really cool. Like the puppetry for it, like you'd think it'd be CGI, but you can definitely tell it's a puppet, but the puppet is very cool. It's super convincing. And like lots of praise towards Ryan Gosling as well. He's basically the only one in the film acting for like 90% of the film, and he's talking to some puppet that looks like a rock the entire film.
So contact 008.
Hard. Just shoot everybody you see.
I can't look at my map right now. I'll be up in maybe 10 seconds.
Net calls is 8. I'm about to buzz a squad. Please do raise me on net and let me know who I'm over. Wait, one. 1-2 actual backup.
Yeah, Alpha is doing pretty well. We're just holding the line. We've got contact to our northeast in the tree line, but we don't know how many is left. We're just gonna hold the line.
1-1. We're gonna proceed to that cash point. Whose squad am I flying over?
But yeah, the little rocky guy, he's really cool. Very cute character, but he's really cool. It's not like a character that he's like cute in the sense that like he's like a Baby Yoda type of character, but he has like actual complexity to the character. Like he's got a personality. He has like a character development. He's super smart as well for being a rock. And when I say he's like a rock, he's like a rock, and he's got like rock limbs. He's got like rock limbs. Alpha medic, just kind of go back and forth, look for anybody who's wounded in this tree line. Whoa, where did I just get shot from? Yeah, Alpha, just hold the line here, do as best as you can. We're doing well, Alpha, we're doing well. Is there still contact to the northeast, Alpha, Grenadier?
Good copy.
Is that still contact to the northeast?
Yep, that's what kind of cut to the northeast.
I'm gonna look down the hill here to the right on my own, just to make sure they're not flanking.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, just come towards the drone. Way to stay alive, machine gun.
Oh, friendly's northeast, Alpha. Friendly's northeast. Watch your fire. 1-1's pushing in.
It's right here at the base of the hill.
The visuals are really cool, and the storyline's super interesting as well. I like how they don't dumb down the science in it. Even though it's like fictional science, I like how they don't dumb it down. Like they don't act like the audience is some stupid dude watching the film and not understanding anything. Like, you're able to catch on pretty quickly what's going on and all like the, you know, the context and all the decisions behind their reasoning in the film. Alpha, we're gonna push a little bit to the west here of this tree line. 1-1's replacing our position here. Alpha, let's pick up, move a little bit to the west here so we can support Bravo.
I'll come check on you in a second. I gotta check on the other guys. Okay, you're up.
Alpha, when you think it's safe, go ahead and start pushing to that next tree line.
Which one? Oh, next one to the north. Hard. Alpha, just get your eyes towards the north, northwest. From this position here. Hard. We'll wait for Bravo to start moving up any farther, or tell us when to move.
I did see a fire team size element in this tree line to your front earlier. Give it another 30 seconds, Gazi, and then go ahead and start doing it.
Hard. Alpha, be prepared to move across.
Can you give me more rockets, please?
Get ready to move, Alpha. Get ready. But yeah, this is really interesting storyline. I'm not going to give any spoilers. This is 1-2 Alpha. We're planning on maybe moving north into the next tree line. We're just going to wait a little bit longer. Okay. Are we move? Okay, 1-2 Alpha. 1-2 Alpha. Let's start making our way down the tree line here. We're going to start moving. 1-2 Alpha. Let's get to the edge of the tree line here. Do not waste your sprint until we start crossing this open area. And start throwing smokes towards the open area. 1-2 Alpha is setting up to move. We're going to move any second now. Heading north into the next tree line. Alpha, get ready to move. Get ready to move. Get ready, get ready. Okay, Alpha, let's just start darting it across this open area. Straight north. Alpha's moving, Alpha's moving. 1-2 Alpha's moving. Alpha, we're gonna hold in this tree line here, see what we can see from this position before we continue any farther. Set up in this little tree line here. Pick up intel from bodies as well if you see any. Everybody except medic, you're gonna pick up intel on these bodies to the right here. Everybody else take security. Medic, these bodies right in front of us, pick up intel. Alpha's picking up intel on these bodies here, and then we're gonna continue moving.
Oh, these are all our bodies.
Are these ours?
It's all friendly. Yeah, these
okay.
are all friendly.
Alpha, let's pick up. We're gonna get to the next tree line here. Just dart it across this next open line. Move to the left. Move to the left. Bravo's gonna be on the left here, Alpha. I saw someone move.
Bravo machine gun, make your way to where actual Bravo is now. It should be safe enough for you to push around the hill and coming up with us. You're gonna be our rear security, Bravo machine gun.
Okay, Alpha, we're gonna set up and further up this hill here.
Now stack up on each other, be fairly spread out, have eyes on each other. You're gonna be a two-man team, so AT gun, you're gonna stay together.
Alpha, hold on this position. Spread yourself out on this tree line. Find a nice tree for yourself. Look towards the north, northeast. Contact northeast, 200 meters in the tree line. Moving left to right. Do not shoot them, do not shoot them. Go prone, Alpha, go prone. Find a tree for yourself, go prone. 1-2 Alpha's made contact northeast. They haven't seen us yet. Hard. Alpha, watch and shoot. If you see them, shoot them. Okay, I just did a little probe in there. I didn't see anybody. They didn't shoot back.
Alright, the contact's running.
Hey, this
Contact
is
running
1-4
out
to
in the
all
open
squads.
field,
We're taking
northeast.
Hard.
from the
Don't shoot that.
northeast and the direct south of our current position.
Yeah, Roger. I need you to withdraw.
No, it's
so
enemy, it's
as
enemy.
long as
Alpha, take
your
that
squad
shot.
leader
Bravo,
and
take
one
those shots
guy
on the
can get
running
out,
enemy.
that's fine. I need you
Hard.
to
Alpha, we're gonna keep moving up. Rest of Alpha, stay here. Alpha Grenadier and I are gonna move up to the farther up.
This is one Bravo, squad leaders down.
Rest of Alpha, stay where you are. Only Grenadier and I are gonna move up.
Break. 1-1, be advised. You have a squad size element
Thank you,
coming
thank you.
in from your direct east.
Make sure you reload as well, just in case they're right in front of us. I'm gonna switch to auto.
Break south. 1-1's gonna need support.
Squad leads down.
Hard.
I got one grenade chambered right away for initiating contact.
We got contacts
Yeah, yep.
east as well from our
Grenadier,
position.
you're gonna hold around here. Just look towards your east. Look towards your east. I'm gonna push towards Bravo to help them out. Alpha Medic, are you able to move up to Bravo and support? And the rest of Alpha move up to Alpha's position too. Someone's hot micing. One of the Bravo guys. Click your vocal chats, your B for Vector, just to make sure you're not hot micing.
Alright, where's the 1-2 squad lead?
You're banned.
Yeah, Alpha, just set up here. Alpha, just set up here. Look towards your east, northeast. Who's this Bravo guy over here who's hot micing? I think it's you. You're hot micing.
What's up?
You're hot micing.
No, I'm not. I'm not holding anything.
No, sometimes even if you're not holding it, sometimes it's still hot mics. It's like a bug in the game. It's really annoying. Yeah, it's stopped now.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, no worries. It happens to me all the time. You're gonna keep track of your watch as well. If you look at your watch, you can see your name is highlighted. Your little arrow key is like highlighted when you're talking.
Shit, that's kind of creepy now that I can detect without me holding it.
It is a bug in the game.
At least 2 team elements right in front of you where we just got wiped.
Contacts
west side.
Yeah, contact northwest, I believe. No.
Rifleman down. Alpha rifleman down.
Hard. Medic, just do your best. 1-2's made contact northwest. Contact east. Contact east of Alpha.
Hey, I've got 5 EI squirting towards the north into that tree
The spaceships in Project Hail Mary is really cool as well. Like, especially the alien spaceship. Very cool. It's a very interesting looking spaceship. It's not really something you see much. Hard. Alpha Medic, you got a guy next to you who's wounded. He's down.
Directly south. All Bravo goes south.
This is 1-3 Alpha Fire Lead. Our SL went down. We're just waiting for him to come back.
Roger. I'm stuck between two contacts.
Go southwest on top of R2 actual. Go on top of the gold guy, Bravo. If you're blue, go on top of the gold guy.
Let me check on the map if there's anyone else near him on the way.
Yeah, these spaceships are really cool. Like,
I need you guys to break what contact you're in. I need you to run straight north to 1-2's position.
Bro, let's go. We gotta head south.
That's 1-3 and
especially the Rocky spaceship.
Straight north.
Because the Rocky spaceship is like, it's like a bunch of wires and stuff. It's like really long lines of just like thin, long lines. It's hard to explain. You kind of have to see it when you see it. But I do recommend watching Project Hail Mary if you ever get the opportunity. I might buy the DVD or buy it on Amazon or something so I can watch it again in the future. It's a very cool film. Visually nice looking as well. Soundtrack, yeah, like I said, the soundtrack's really interesting in the sense that it has like chamber choirs in it, mixed with like sci-fi synths and stuff. That Alpha guy that just got picked up, make sure you have eyes towards the north. That Alpha guy that just got picked up. Thank you, thank you.
Yep, this is 1-3 Alpha Fire Team Lead. We are moving as fast as we can.
Roger. I have 1-2 holding the west into the north. Once you're here, you're gonna move northeast. I'll meet you and
It's a very cool film, like in general. Like I said many times, I'm trying to just. It's kind of hard to think of what I've just said while I'm also thinking about in the game and decisions I'm trying to make.
Copy that. Copy that. 1-1. Bravo, pull back somewhat. I want them coming into the tree line. It's fine if they come into us. We can ambush them in the tree line.
I've also
I don't want us dying up
recently watched the 28 days later, 28 years later Bone Temple film yesterday.
Solid work, everyone. Solid work.
Yeah, thank you. I also watched the the Bone Temple film 28 years later. It was a very cool film. It's super nasty. Yeesh. That one scene with the cult guys and they strap up the 3 people onto the from the ceiling in the barn. Hard scene to watch. Oof. Hard scene to watch. But it's a very interesting film.
Good work, Gazi.
Yeah, thank you.
to 1-1's old position. There are enemies on top of it. There's about 6 enemies there, maybe 8, 9 full squad. You're gonna have to cross this linear danger area. You're gonna have cover.
Alpha Medic, remember, if we do take contact, just pull back into cover, Alpha Medic. The 28 years later film. It is very cool. Like, I might rewatch all the films from the beginning, because it's been a while since I watched the one before Bone Temple. I do recommend watching it. But it's like, it's super gory. And it does need a little bit of a stomach to watch that one specific scene. Oh yeah, hard. That one specific scene of, with the, the 3, when the cult people strap up the 3 dudes, 3 people on the, in the barn.
Southern end of the tree line for now. I have 1-3 commencing assault in the northwest on Foxtrot 51. 1-2's in support for them. You're just holding to the.
I watched 28 days later, the first one with Cillian or Cillian Murphy, whichever way you say it. Like, that film is really cool, very cool film. The one after that, the 28 days late, I don't know what it's called. 28 days later 2. That's not as good. The first 28 years later, the one that came out more than a couple of years ago. It's cool, but it's not very good. The third one, 28 years later, and then 28 years later, Bone Temple, the most recent one. That's very cool. That's very cool film. Friendlies to our south. Friendlies to our south. Or 28 weeks later. Yeah, 28 weeks later isn't the best. It's kind of weird how they skipped over 28 months later. It's like right there, you know? They go from days to weeks and then straight to years. Like, what happened to months? How many months is that? How many years is 28 months? Possible contact east. They're not shooting us, but they're shooting towards the north.
They're shooting 1-3 as they're moving. We should definitely.
Yeah.
Possibly at our friendlies who just crossed.
1-2, can I get one of your call signs to take that hill at India 6-5 just outside the AO? Just keep them stationed there. Once 1-4 passes you.
Alpha, do not push.
Now that they've crossed, go ahead.
Just watch the
Bravo unit.
Alpha, just make sure you have eyes towards the straight east on that next tree line. That's where possible contact is. They're shooting at 1-3.
1-3, I'm following on with my platoon.
Once 1-3 calls us, we can push in Alpha, but we're just waiting for it.
Taking fire northeast. Hey, this is 1-4 to 1-6. You want us to go up to 1-3, you said?
Yeah, that's correct. Just follow me across this open area. I'm following on the 1-3 right now, yeah.
1-7, this is 1-2 Alpha. 1-7, when you go through that tree line in front of you, can you quickly clear it out?
Bravo machine gun, come to Bravo units now.
This is 1-6. We have
a yeah, 2 1/3 years.
Either you or the squad behind you can get him. That'll be appreciated.
We're getting him right now.
Copy.
It's interesting in the sense that film, like that whole scene where they're stuck in like that big room and there's like a huge crowd of just
130.
130.
Movement 130.
Alpha Grenade, Alpha Rifleman and I, Alpha Rifleman. Let's move south. Rest of Alpha, stay where you are. Rest of Alpha, stay where you are. Just the Rifleman and I are moving south. 1-2 Alpha's mate seen possible contact southwest, southeast.
Roger.
Taking a look now.
1-2, I want you to engage that for maybe 45 seconds. I don't want you to get decisively engaged. You need to withdraw.
Okay, sit around here. Where did you see them?
2 copies. Alright, boys, our goal is to let them come into the tree line, and then we're going to boogie out of here.
Hard.
Moving right.
Got shots from
Kinda up the hill.
This is A. Tracking any movers near Romeo 3-2.
Repeat last comm, squad lead.
We're not going to get engaged in this very much, so if they start crossing to us, light them up, put some bullets in the dead bodies, let them come into the tree line as best you can.
Alpha in front of us, straight south, moving across them to our straight south. They're moving towards us.
Bravo, looking southeast as well.
Straight south, Alpha. They're within the tree line, just a single guy. More across the field, southeast. 1-2 Alpha's engaged contact, southeast. Alpha, just spread yourself out in this tree line. Make sure you have hard cover. Alpha medic is down. Alpha fire team leader's down. There were 28. Yeah, there's 2 of them. I didn't know there was 2 of them either until I watched, until I saw Bone Temple show up on my recommended films. I thought there was only one 28 years later. I think the 28 years later Bone Temple came out silently, because 28 years later, the first 28 years later, didn't do so well in cinemas. So they must have released it quietly, without people knowing. Because I only saw it show up on my For You page on my Amazon Prime, like, months after it came out. And I was like, oh shit, there's a 28 years later too. And I only just watched it yesterday. Because I was waiting until I finished, until I got bored of watching the Walking Dead series. Because I was watching Walking Dead, and then while I was watching Walking Dead, I was about halfway through. And that's when I kinda saw 28 years later Bone Temple show up. And I didn't really want to watch Bone Temple until I either got bored of Walking Dead or I finished watching it, because I didn't want to watch 2 zombie things at the same time. But yeah, it's a cool film.
Alright, everyone pull out. Just take another rocket. We're all going north. I don't care who's dead, everyone pull north. Machine gun, the last guy running. Just spray a couple extra bullets down there, doesn't matter what you hit or you don't hit.
The bad guy in 28 years later, Bone Temple, the latest one.
Go ahead and redeploy.
Yeah, hard, doing it now. The bad guy in it is super scary. He's super creepy. Like, he grosses me out. He's like, I'm not gonna give any spoilers, but it's kind of like he's like a leader of like a cult of like 8 people. So it's him, and he's got his like fingers, and he believes he's like the son of the devil or something, and the devil kind of gave him like permission to lead a cult of like 7 fingers, and he references his fingers as like members of his cult, like things, because like he says like, oh, the devil has 7 fingers on his hand. So that the devil gave me permission to leave 7 fingers of people to go do his bidding, and basically he just goes around just torturing people and things. Oh no, not the bald-headed dude. It's the guy with the blonde wig. The blonde wig people. I'm not gonna give any major spoilers, but basically within the first 5 minutes of the film of the Bone Temple, you basically find out everything about him. And then it's within like the first 5, 10, 20 minutes of Bone Temple, they basically explain the entire 7 finger people cult.
Who's down there? I don't know if you're a grenadier
And they grossed me out. Especially with that one scene. I'm not going to say the scene, but you will see the scene when it happens. You will see the scene when it happens. It's like, oof. Jeez. If I can actually spawn on them.
1-1, I want you to move from your position in 2 minutes.
Please stay within. Yeah, please stay within distance so I can keep spawning. Alpha 5 team leaders back. Hello, thank you. What's the plan, squad lead, from here?
The plan so far, we're just going to be holding rear security again, boys, so find a nice little bush, nice tree, anywhere along this tree line. I need eyes to our direct northwest, as well as to our south.
Alpha could take the northwest side, maybe, and we can take the Bravo machine gunner with Alpha, please, that'd be great. And then Bravo could take the south. Okay, hard. Yeah, we can use our grenades then. We've got 2 grenadiers in Alpha.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Alpha, let's go up this hill here on the left. Do not skyline it yet. Do not crest the hill. Just move up the hill.
There was 5 EI heading towards them. Alright, I got the rest of the line now. Coming up right out west. I got the...
Are we cresting the hill or are we staying within the tree line?
This is 1-3. We are taking fire from the northeast on the cliffside across the gully and also close east 100 meters. Alright, copy that. Can you put down...
Squad lead, do you want Alpha to crest the hill and go prone? Or do you want us staying within the tree line? I heard. Alpha, let's get into the tree line here. Hard. Yeah, we can see them fast. Alpha, let's just go prone on the very edge of the hill. Look towards your north, northwest, and northeast.
1-4, I need a break. I need to break off from your approach. You're going to move to Yankee. You're going to stay here and straight north, and then you're going to move to Tango 6-1. You need to not come down in this valley.
I need you going south with 1 to 2 actual.
I do recommend watching 28 Years Later though. It's a very cool film. The Bone Temple. The first 28 Years Later, the one before Bone Temple. It's good, but it's kind of not. It's not the most memorable. The most memorable bits are like the stuff with the with the bald guy and all the bones. But the other storylines in it aren't, like the other arc in it isn't the best or the most memorable. It fits within the story in the world, but it just isn't the most memorable. Like, you kind of forget about it the second you finish the film.
They're going into the tree line at our southeast now. Kind of where Alpha team is.
Okay, Alpha, Alpha, you're gonna stay where you are, just kind of take security all directions. Alpha 5 team leads. Alpha 5 team leads just gonna crest the hill on its own and just go prone. I'm just gonna crest the hill on my own and go prone just to keep an eye.
Squad lead, I got contact moving down from that tree line right now. They're whenever you can get a guaranteed kill, take it. Otherwise, don't shoot them yet. Roger. Is that on us?
Brother 5 team lead, if you need my Alpha guys to shoot anywhere, just call that out. Yeah, Brother 5 team lead, if you need my Alpha guys to shoot anywhere, just call them out for them.
What's that? Will do. It was 183 inside the tree line. We have contact in our trees here. Bravo, you're alone. In our trees, look southeast, 1 man. There's also 1 east, 2 east. Bravo's taking heavy contact over. Throwing smoke for Alpha. Alpha, turn around.
Alpha, look towards your east. Look towards your southeast, Alpha.
On the smoke, boys, on the smoke. Those are enemies.
If you see the smoke, Alpha, shoot the smoke. Move further southeast towards the edge of this tree line. Alpha, keep moving, keep moving. We're gonna crest this hill to our southeast in this tree line and just start shooting anybody we see.
Not walk anywhere. You are over here. Copy.
Okay, crest this hill. Alpha, do not push any further past this hill. Go prone, or go stay crouched, and just shoot anybody you see in front of us.
I've killed 2 over here now, Bravo. I am now dead. That should at least allow you guys who shot me.
I'll get Alpha Fire Team Lead's gonna get some grenades into that tree line just next to you, squad lead. Alpha taking contact south. Alpha, if you see them, shoot them. Alpha Fire Team Lead is down. I got shot in the head. Gonna need Alpha Medic on my position. Yeah, that's fine. Is Alpha Medic able to move towards Alpha Fighting Lead? Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. The 28 years later, the one before Bone Temple, one of the arcs in it is the whole thing is about basically just like a father and son, and they basically live on this tiny little island near, I think it's near Newcastle. Yeah, I think it's near Newcastle, because I looked at the island on Google Maps. It's a real island, and basically the island has like a really long land bridge that connects this tiny little island towards the mainland of the United Kingdom. And the land bridge only only able to cross the land bridge when the land, like when the waves, like the ocean waves or whatever, is low enough that you can cross when the tide isn't in. And basically, it's basically all about like a father and son, and the son is like he gets old enough to be able to go hunting on the main island for the first time. So the father takes his son off to the main island to go hunting, and goes searching for things.
Go ahead and start pushing south. We have
Yeah, hard. Hard.
See if you can't get the Bravo boys back up there.
Oh shit. On Alpha.
I killed him.
Alpha, we're just gonna hold here a little bit longer, just watch and shoot from this position before we plan on moving straight south. Yeah, hard. Hard. Alpha Grenadier. Alpha Grenadier. Me and you are gonna start spamming grenades into that tree line for a couple of seconds. So get your grenade launcher out and just start throwing grenades. Yeah, hard. We're gonna wait 30 more seconds, Alpha, before we try push and try save the squad lead. The Alpha medic's gonna stay behind on this hill, and then you're gonna wait until we call you over when it's safe. Alpha, we're being pushed right in front. Okay, Alpha, let's not cross. We're just gonna hold here a little bit longer then. They keep pushing us. Alpha, just wait a little bit longer. Bravo, are they pushing you from the west?
Roger, 1-4, once you're up, you're gonna be pushing towards the cache from where Alpha was facing them as well.
Hard.
Just keep fighting that delay action for as long as you can. If you win the firefight, you're beautiful.
Hard, this is 1-2 Alpha. 2 Bravo is down, 2 Alpha is still up. Okay, Alpha, Rifleman, and Grenadier, you're gonna push on your own. Take your time moving south. You're gonna try to secure the squad lead's body. Medic and I are gonna stay behind here. You're gonna dictate your own movement. Grenadier and Rifleman, if you need to pull back, pull straight north back to us. Dictate your own movement.
Alpha, how many of you dropped?
We got 4 guys. We're still up.
4 guys still up. How many have you killed?
We killed a couple. At least 2.
You've killed 2. I've knocked 2. I think they got their boys back up though, so that means there's still at least
Hard.
7 enemies in front of you boys.
Yeah, I've only sent my Rifleman and my Grenadier out to try secure your body.
I think it's safe to do so.
Yeah.
Close? Doesn't see me. Alright, hold your redeploy then, Bravo. Make sure when you are not able to, Gazi, let us know so we can redeploy.
Hard.
Any probability you're gonna get to us?
Trust one.
Alpha Medic, you're gonna try to get to the Bravo over there. Alpha Medic, you're gonna move west towards the Bravo people, and just pick anybody up. There's an Alpha guy who's hot micing real quick. Check your mics. Check your mics.
I got a bandage. I smoked myself.
Dark frags.
Yeah, basically the.
Really hard. I might not make it.
But yeah, basically the father and son cross the into the mainland, and they go hunting and things, and you know eventually they come back, and then we get introduced to the mum, who's like super ill. She's like, I don't know what she died of. I think it's like some sort of like memory loss. I think Alpha guys, the squad lead's body bled out. Just head back to your Alpha fighting lead, Alpha guys, except for the medic. Medic, do your best. The Rifleman Grenadier, try head back north to the Alpha fighting lead. Squad lead is down.
Push past 1-4 and just keep riding this ridge.
Are you? From which direction? Are they? Do your best to break contact, Rifleman and Grenadier. 1-2 Alpha is Mazkaz. They're pushing us from the south. There's only 2 of us left in the entire squad. Medic, I'm coming to you. Medic and I are going to pull back to the west, and then the rest of the squad can try redeploying us. It's me, Alpha fighting lead, and the medic. We're going to try break contact and move to the west for the squad to redeploy. Alpha medic, whenever you're able to, me and you're going to pick up. We're going to find a safe spot. Hard. Alpha medic, we're going to move up and try to get behind this hill to our north. Get behind the hill to the north. Okay, never mind, don't get behind the hill to the north. It's way too far of a distance to climb. Just get behind a tree and just go prone. Do you? Okay, keep moving up behind the hill. Keep moving behind the hill. Use the smokes, use the smokes.
Medic, give me blood. Keep going.
Okay, if you guys are down, just redeploy in squad lead if you still have a life left.
Once you start it, continue walking.
Hey,
there we go.
1-6, this is 1-4. Do you think we can get a resupply point soon? We got some guys that are pretty dry.
Yeah, I've been holding on to this entire
Let's move west. Move west, because they're going to think we're going to move east back to the platoon. If we move west, on this...
Everyone heading east.
Oh, we're moving east. East is pretty predictable, no? They're going to chase us that way, no?
That's alright. We're just gonna delay them again.
I was going to say, if we move west, we can get to a spot where they might not think we're there, and then let the squad spawn in.
They just mass cast a whole bunch of people. They're gonna start spawning at the fob.
Okay, hard.
We'll get picked between 2 forces.
Down a rearm for all your guys. This is the only time we're gonna be able to
Yeah, I'll follow you then.
get what's hot.
Yeah,
that was a great plan, Gazi. It's
You know-
the fact that they just mass cast a whole bunch of teams up here, so
Oh, did they? I didn't realize that. Oh, unlucky, unlucky.
they won their fight, so that's at least 1 squad. I think it's 2 squads they killed up here.
1-2's redeploying now. Try not to skyline a little bit. Try not to skyline as much. Use smoke grenades if you still need to. I'm gonna die here.
Alright, good job, boys. Good work.
No problem, Grease. You don't need to talk as much as you need to. Just talk whenever you want. I'm kind of just yapping to myself, filling in the gaps, the quiet time. Keep attention rate, you know?
Do not loot for intel. We can no longer get it, so it's no reason to.
Yeah, hard.
It is marked in the town.
I believe there's only a limited amount of intel, though. Yeah, good work. There's only a limited amount. Like, once they lose all their lives, there's no more intel. So just remember there's bodies over here, and we can always go back if we need to.
The circle's as small as it can get anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's just in case we need to get to the next cache.
We've already blown 1, so this will be the last.
Oh, this will be the last. Interesting, that's cool.
Enemy cache has been located on Kilo 86. There is an IED sitting on top of the cache.
But that's allowed.
The detonate, just
We've
beware
faced
of
the enemy
that.
so the other teams could actually go to the
I want
cache.
you to
Mm-hmm.
I need you to sit with 1-7. You're going to provide rear action as the enemy are most likely going to engage us from
What was I talking about?
the blue infantry envelope. That's where they're most likely going to engage us from.
Yeah, basic.
So you need to counteract
Mhm.
any fire that they might put down from that.
But basically, the basically they find in 28 years later they find out that no, we already know that the mum. They already know that the mum's ill, but we, as the audience watching the film, find out that the mum is super ill and she got some sort of memory loss where she can't really remember anybody. And it's apparently she's been like that. Alpha, we're going to set up in this tree line here, face towards your west, Alpha. We're going to take security. Spread yourselves out and face towards the west.
Bravo machine gun, I want you looking down the hill as best as you get. Looking south.
Okay, Alpha, just spread yourself out between your fire team leads. Between your fire team lead and Bravo, and look towards the west. Do not shoot anybody you see, Alpha. Try not to get spotted. Use hard cover, use bushes. Stay concealed. But yeah, they basically find out the mum's like super ill. So, but there's no way to treat her. But then the son finds out there's like a bold guy, crazy doctor guy on the main island who lives alone. Somewhere near the I believe near Nottingham or something. Or near Newcastle, that general area of the United Kingdom. And basically, and apparently that might be the only chance of saving his mum. So he basically kidnaps his own mum, and then crosses the land bridge with his mum without telling anybody, so he can sneak off and try meet the doctor. And then the dad tries to go look for the son because he went off without permission. Anybody, all Alpha guys except for the Alpha medic and I, look towards the west, southwest and support Bravo.
Alright, if you are not a machine gunner and you're not a GL or an AT gunner that can shoot at the distance,
feel free to go crazy with your ammo expenditure and then
hard.
At the ORP just down the hill from you.
Alpha Rifleman, move towards your Alpha fighting lead.
Spray as many bullets as you can. You got a rearm point right here, so just spray as much as you want. AT, same for you. Shoot those rockets as much as you want at anything you see. Redeploy right behind us.
Occupying the hilltop, they're going to be providing cover fire for you if you want to start bounding buddy teams forward into the town.
Is that movement? Did I just see movement to our straight west?
1-3, occupy that edge of the water.
No, it's just pixels of leaves disappearing. Squadly, do we know where their fob is? Just in case it's behind us.
West of us. I believe it's directly west, basically.
Okay, good. I'm glad it's to our west.
Should be, I'll mark it with that blue envelope.
Yeah. I'm glad it's to the west.
Should be somewhere there.
1-6, this is 1-3. We have contact close to our southwest.
But yeah, they basically go off and find the doctor dude and beg him to help the mum out. And then the son finds out the mum is, unable to be helped. And then he kind of goes off from there.
One for squad lead, you cannot go down, so keep yourself safe, please.
And then the son decides to not return back to the village on the island because he just thinks it's just not a place for him. So the son goes off on his own after a certain plot point happens, which I'm not going to spoil, but you probably can guess. And he goes off on his own towards Scotland, moving north. And then that's where it kind of leaves on a cliffhanger where he bumps into the weird blonde people cult. And then it's in Bone Temple when we meet the blonde people cult. And they're super freaky and super gross, and I don't like them. And it's like, if I bump into them, I'm definitely just gonna, I'm just gonna flee as fast as I can. Alpha Medic, can you support Bravo? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, but if I bump into them, I'm definitely just legging it the opposite direction, and I hope they're not fast enough, which they probably are. I could sprint pretty fast, but I don't have a huge capacity of stamina. so I could sprint pretty fast for about 5-6 seconds, and my fat ass would just suddenly just stop and just hit a brick wall of struggling to breathe and feeling like I need to sit down for 10 hours and sleep. I would definitely not survive very long in 28 days later in that universe. It's unfortunate that I live in the UK and I live in the center of London, so if 28 days later happened, I am dead. I'm lucky enough to live in a semi-gated community, meaning I will be able to survive behind a wall for about a couple days hard. Wait, which direction are they going to come in? West. Yeah, Alpha, if you see them, just start opening. Alpha. Alpha, if you see them, just open up the second they start pushing us.
If you see the little awning that they have, the far eastern corner, you can probably just destroy the cache with RPGs. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it through the trees though.
But yeah, I would definitely not survive in 28 days later in that entire film, in that universe. Like, I do live in like a semi-gated community, meaning I do have the opportunity to get behind huge walls with a big fence around it, but that's not going to last very long. There's going to be like the public, there are going to be like a lot of people trying to break into trying to also take sanctuary within the walls, and then eventually I'm probably going to get killed and eaten by cannibals. They're going to see me as a weakling and they're going to pick the skin off my bones and eat it. Hard. Alpha pick up, head towards southeast. Alpha. Hard. Alpha, we're going to follow Bravo, moving towards the squad lead. Whoa, massive lag spikes here.
We're gonna follow the platoon, everyone. We're gonna be heading straight south, basically.
Hard. I think in an apocalyptic situation where half the population dies and there's no more government or organization, like I'm definitely gonna be eaten by somebody. That's my best guess of what's gonna happen. But yeah, if walk past the cache and rearm yourself if you need to. Once you've rearmed, just keep moving with the squad lead and the fire team leads.
Scratch that, boys. Let's go southeast. Let's cross this river again on the river side so we can shoot into the town.
Contact, white building,
get in there, boys.
Hard.
160.
Copy. Just disengage from it. Don't shoot anything. Head southeast.
Hard. Alpha, let's double time it. Is anybody else having really bad FPS in this area? My FPS is not doing so well in this specific location.
I have no idea if they're friendly or not.
Mine may have dropped a little bit there.
It looks like all of 1-4 died.
Wasn't enough to change anything.
So when I expect heavy contact, 1-3, reconstitute, push south with whatever you have left.
I think in the many ways I might die as being me in an apocalypse. I either gonna bump into someone and then mess with them a little bit, troll them a little bit, and then make a joke that's too mean, and then they're just gonna be like, this guy's a bully, let's just eat him. Let's just eat him. And then the second most likely death would be I'm in sanctuary, food runs out, and then I'm gonna be one of the people on the menu. Alpha, let's follow Bravo, stay on the yeah, Alpha, keep following Bravo, just hard. Take your time with it.
Focus on speed and violence of action here because this is a
Significant fire.
Yeah, do not
They got MG directly on us.
hard, just keep moving, heal yourself on the way. If someone goes down, Yeah.
on the low side. You're probably gonna get left behind if you go down.
Yeah, if you go down, which might have to just leave you behind. Most of us are on the last life, I believe. But so you're going to be sacrificed if you're going to go down in this unfortunate location. Yeah, it's not the most best location to pick wounded up.
Where's contact from 1-1? Where's contact from 1-1?
But yeah, my second most likely death probably be yeah, food runs out in Sanctuary. I'm one of the people on the menu. I get eaten. Third most likely death, I think. We're within Sanctuary. Food supplies run out. Hard. Get my grenade launcher out now. Third most likely death, I think I would.
From the 2-story? Negative. Negative. Not friendly. Shoot that pink building.
Shooting out.
Yeah, good grenade. Good deal. Good deal. Hit that again. Good. Just keep unloading into that building.
Keep moving. Keep moving. Goblin, did you just fart? I don't know what that was. We heard a suspicious noise in the background. I heard a suspicious, like, fart noise from Goblin's mic.
What do you have a full squad size element coming from your southwest? At least a full squad size element.
Hey, start searching buildings, boys.
Yeah, clear these buildings out. Alpha, let's stay together as much as we can. And then clear these buildings out.
Water tower again, water tower.
Alpha Medic, dictate your own movement. Hard. Alpha Medic, you're going to dictate your own movement. Make sure it's safe enough to pick people up. I'm moving across. Moving. Third most likely death, food supplies run out, big firefight or massive punch out happens between everybody. I get punched in the face and then I die instantly on the spot. Oh my god, I got super scared there. Massive bad frame drops here. Remember, we've got friendlies in the area. Somebody is hot micing. Make sure you check your mics. Check your mic and butts. Alpha 5 team leaders down. My FPS is terrible here. Fourth most likely death, I think I would probably. Food supplies run out. I starve. I think most of my deaths in an apocalypse situation is mostly just based around supplies running out. Fifth most likely death, changing the scenery from supplies running out. I think fifth most likely death is probably gonna be electricity runs out and I can't play my video games anymore, offline video games anymore, and then I die of boredom after like 3 months. I think most of the work of I'm secretly in an apocalypse. I'm gonna secretly still have my gaming PC with me. So whenever I get time, I would sneak off to my PC and then drain all the power from the generators, all the backup generators, just playing single player games on my PC. And nobody's gonna know until the power runs out. And when the power runs out, and we know there's no way to bring back power, that's where I'm gonna destroy my PC and destroy all evidence that I was the one that drained all the power from the generators. That's probably, and then yeah, that's gonna be my fifth death. Die of boredom because power runs out and I can't play my single player games anymore. And then my sixth death, I think I'd probably go explore, try find a new place to hide and set up, and then during the exploring, I bump into a zombie, or I bump into a mutant, or I bump into someone I shouldn't have bumped into, and then I get, I die.
Trying to at least.
If there's someone nearby that
we've taken way too long. I don't think we're gonna get this one, boys.
1-6, this is 1-3.
Yeah, 1-1 Bravo is pretty much on the cache, so it's across the street.
Yeah, Roger.
If you guys are ready, we can smoke it and rush. That's all we got, really.
Yeah. Well, we don't have a SL to plant the bomb either, so.
I'm up here.
Oh,
I
you're
just
right
need
here.
to do it.
Oh.
I need bodies.
I don't think there's any other ways I could probably die.
Is there
Like
people coming up
me
behind
being
us?
me. I think it's just those. Run out of supplies, get eaten. Run out of supplies, die in a fist fight trying to eat the last chocolate bar. Power runs out, can't play my PC games anymore. I die of boredom.
Okay, medic side.
And then go off exploring, bump into something I shouldn't have bumped into, and then I die of that.
I don't need blood. Don't give it to me.
No, I'm good with myself. Fucked up.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to think where should you go as the first place in the apocalypse.
Across the street from us, but I feel like there's more.
Because it's like, if apocalypse does happen, say if a zombie apocalypse happens, where do you go? If you live in a big city like London, like myself,
No, I'm still taking
where
the
do you
across
go?
the street. I just took fire as soon as I stood up.
Like, I'm lucky enough to have the opportunity to break, like, you know, get into the gated community next to me and hide behind the walls for a bit. But like, what do you do for supplies and things?
Roger.
It's like,
This guy's really fucked up.
it's kind of like if you try and make your way towards like Sainsbury's or Tesco, everybody else is gonna do the same.
Yeah, this guy's like too fucked up though.
So by the time you get there, everybody else, all the supplies and things are just gonna be gone. All the supplies are gonna be gone, and there's gonna be nothing left. And you're gonna be, there's gonna be nothing left. Or you're gonna be fighting some old lady in a Tesco aisle, trying to grab all the bread, or something, or toilet roll. Yeah, toilet roll is definitely gonna run out. Like, especially after seeing, like, you know, the pandemic and COVID, all the toilet roll just disappeared because people are like, I poo too much, I wee too much. I need to take all the toilet roll as much as I can. Yeah, like, toilet roll would definitely be one of the first things gone in an apocalypse.
Can I get a medic at the back of the green and white two-story building?
I think the next couple things would be gone, like food-wise. I think the first couple things would be bread, and then dry foods like cans, and then pasta, like dry pasta, and any canned food, of course, and then a lot of snacks. Like, all the snacks are gonna be gone. All the snacks are gonna be on. I'd also take the money. You never know. You never know. The apocalypse might end in like a month or so from the beginning. Like, the apocalypse might only last for a month. So if I take all the money from like the cashiers at the beginning of the apocalypse, you're gonna be like mega rich, and you're gonna be one of the richest people in the area, because, you know, the economy is gonna collapse, and then nobody's gonna have any money. So if you take all the cash and stuff at the beginning of the apocalypse, the slight chance of the apocalypse ending within like a year or a month, you're gonna be super mega rich. Well, you're not gonna be super mega rich. You're gonna be like rich, because there's still gonna be those millionaires and billionaires that are gonna, like, you know, use their private helicopters and planes to get out of the country to a safer location. But like, you would definitely have a lot more money than everybody else if you took all the money take all the money as much as you can, and then just hope the apocalypse ends quicker than quicker than you expect it.
Everyone go to senior grenadiers down. I need everyone here. Pull out your smokes. Everyone pull out some. Everyone pull out smokes. We're gonna get across the building. I don't care if they're dead. Squad B got shot through the wall.
I'm trying to think of like other things might go down? Like other things, it'd be like also like supply, like utility stuff. Like if you go to like one of those warehouse stores where they have like big car batteries or wrenches, I don't know, just anything that you could use utility wise, like engineering things or building things, like woodworking tools in like warehouses and things, and would definitely be gone. Like saws, wrenches, nuts and bolts, I don't know, wooden planks, just anything that you could build things with, and like tools and stuff. They're all gonna disappear because people are gonna take them as weaponry, and people are gonna take them to build things as well. Like a good wrench is gonna be a great weapon in the zombie apocalypse. It's gonna be a very good weapon in the zombie apocalypse. Especially if you get like a nice big one. Like one of those small ones, they're not gonna do anything. But like a nice big wrench is gonna do pretty good. Just like a good whack on the back of the head of a zombie. They're gonna be down. Or anybody trying to steal your bread from your supply, like your supply box in your house, your storage. Like they're gonna be whacked in their head, and then like they're gonna be put on the menu for the next couple of months. Or I doubt, like in a zombie apocalypse, eventually meat's gonna run out, of course, unless you're able to figure out how to like farm animals. I think a great place to go, a great thing to do for a zombie apocalypse would be to go to the library and just gather as many books as you can, talking about like different subjects you can use to survive, like farming, agriculture, construction, and just general survival tips. Like that'd be great. Like stealing a bunch of survival books and just life books, like how to do things. GG's guys. I think we did great with what we had. Definitely like stealing a bunch of like life books and stuff, telling you how to do things would be very useful in a zombie apocalypse. Because you're gonna need them, like especially like obviously like farming books, like I said, because you're gonna like eventually find a spot, and you're gonna have to get food, and there's not really any other ways to get food other than making your own, producing your own. And most people don't even know how to do that. Like I don't know how to farm food, but if I had a book telling me, I'm gonna be farming as everything as I can. I'm still gonna be mega picky though. I'm a very picky eater. I'm not going to give that up. With the lack of food and lack of supplies in the zombie apocalypse, I'm not going to drop my pickiness. I'm just going to drop all the food that I don't like and just produce the food that I enjoy. And hope it's decent enough. I'm going to have to put up with some sort of vegetables, I'll probably eat like I'll probably figure out how to grow cabbages, carrots, potatoes, just like those basic three. Figure out how farming animals work. Try produce milk from cows if I'm able to find cows and figure out cow farming. Figure out how to get sheep, and then figure out how to farm meat from the sheep and the cows, deal with the fact that it's nasty and gross, and then killing a cow and eating it. Well, not eating it, that's the fun, that's like the nice bit, is just killing the cow to get the meat. That's the nasty bit. Just kind of dealing with all that bit, and then butchering it to get the meat out that you want to eat. And then figure out what meat is actually good for you, because you never know. Like it might be like cows might secretly be like puffer fishes, and you have to take out the specific parts that don't kill you. Let's join Rangers. Let's join Rangers, and then actually let's join Al Salam, and let's grab a auto rifleman role. I'm I'm not gonna lead today. I'm just gonna grab auto rifleman. Whenever I don't want to lead, I always enjoy playing it as an auto rifleman because it means I can actually have something to do. I just start blasting my gun off. I think there's a decent YouTuber called Ken, and he plays like a mobile game called Clash Royale. It's not a game that like old people play. It's like anybody below the age of 25 will be playing Clash Royale on their phones. But yeah, this YouTuber Ken plays Clash Royale, and I think he has like a really good way to achieve attention rate. Like, and I think it's basically just yaps and yaps and yaps. He just picks a topic and he just yaps about it. And I'm probably gonna try to steal that, you know? I'm probably just gonna pick a random topic. Fuck, ugly panda, you stupid. Oh my god, he stole my role. I'm gonna get my autoclicker out. Autoclicker, you're gonna save my day, and you're gonna be the guy. You're gonna be my method of taking. You're gonna be my method of taking auto rifleman. But Ken has a really good way of keeping, like, attaining and maintaining attention rate from people watching. And he basically just yaps and yaps and yaps about a random subject. And he just doesn't stop. Sometimes he's very repetitive though, because he'd be paying attention to playing the game on his phone, and it's like losing or winning a match, and then he kind of forgets that he's talked about a certain thing within the topic he's on about, and then 5 seconds later he just repeats the same sentence he just said like 2 seconds ago, and then another 10 seconds later he repeats the exact same thing again. It's because he like kind of forgets what he's just talked about. It's kind of like me back there. Like, when I was talking about 28 years later, I was definitely saying the same thing over and over again. Like I noticed I was repeating myself over and over again. Because, I'm trying to bring back into the conversation what I'm talking about, what topics I'm talking about. And, remind myself what I've already said. And I think that's kind of what he's doing as well. He's kind of just reminding himself what he's already said, and just kind of trying to continue from that point. He kind of just talks about random subjects. Like, sometimes he goes from talking about, like, his past drinking issues, and then he talks about meeting when he went to Scotland for a month on a holiday. And then he would just, say, oh, someone recognized me in public. And it felt so random because that's never happened to me before. And then he would talk about some other things. He would just talk about another video game, or he just talks about the game he's playing at the time. Or he talks about his neighbors and how he's really scared of screaming while he's playing his games, because sometimes he has his moments where, like most YouTubers or streamers, he would like get frustrated and he would overreact and start screaming. It's pretty funny, but then he starts getting super scared about his neighbors next door, because sometimes you can hear his neighbors in the background of his videos, and it's super funny because his walls are mega thin. Like, my walls, like, my house is connected. Like, my house is connected to my neighbor's house. Like, because I live in a terrace, meaning it's like the same room count as every other home in the United Kingdom. There's no more or less rooms. It's just the average amount of rooms in a house. But I've got 4 floors because it's a thin house. Because each floor has like 2 or 3 rooms on it, and there's 4 of them. Unlike a normal house where they would split up the rooms on 2 floors, it's my house is a terrace, so it's I've got on my first floor, I've got my lounge, my dining room, my kitchen, a bathroom, and then the doorway to the basement, and then second floor is my sister's room, bathroom, and then a toiletry room. No, yeah, you got your bathroom, and then you got a toilet, separated, because you got the bathroom slash shower in one room, and then you've got the toilet and a sink in the other room, meaning people can you can do both at the same time rather than waiting for people to get out. And then third floor, you got my other sister's room, you got my parents' room, and then on the fourth floor, which is my floor, I'm on my floor right now, which is the fourth floor, top floor, is my room. And then you got the little room next to my room, which is like a little library for people just not taking 1-1. What is going on? People are taking 1-2 and 1-3. Why don't people take 1-1 position? It's like, do people not want to take 1-1? What is going on? I have a feeling people are going to take 1-4 before they take 1-1. I really don't want to take a squad lead. I want to stray away from leadership here. Oh, finally. Okay. Auto clicker back on. Save the day. You're going to take auto rifle for me when the opportunity shows. Okay, what was I talking about? Yeah, and you got the little library room next to my room. It's not like in the library, it's in like a sense that there's like a room. It's like a small little room about the size of a bathroom. And it's, we usually use it for guests staying over. Sometimes like singular individual guests staying over. But it's kind of in the sense of a library. It's like 3 bookshelves on the wall, and it's just filled to the brim with just like my dad's Star Wars comics and my dad's fantasy books like Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, and other fantasy things that I don't know about and I don't really bother learning. My dad's models, both of my parents' religious books like Bibles, Testament books, just any books to do with Christianity. There's a lot of them. There's like an entire bookshelf. It's just like, sometimes it's just the same book just next to each other because they get given it multiple times by people. And then the other one's just like random books. I don't really go into that room much. The only time I go into that room is usually because like we keep our Star Wars DVDs like Clone Wars and all the films and stuff in there. We keep our Lord of the Rings and Hobbit DVDs in there, and we also keep a couple of Marvel films in there. We usually keep the films that we like, the larger series films that we enjoy and we want to maintain and protect. We're not really bothered about. We're like more bothered if they get damaged or not, and we kind of keep them in that room next to the books. We usually keep all our other DVDs just either next to the TV on the first floor in the lounge, or we keep them next to my room on like where there's like there's 2 like shelves. We've got a lot of DVDs. There's like, there's 2 shelves next to my room with just random DVDs, like Harry Potter, a couple Marvel films, and random other films there. And then in the little library next to my room, you got, Lord of the Rings, Hobbit, Star Wars, and a couple Marvel films. Someone needs to take Bravo Fighting Lead, so I could take Auto Rifleman, please. And then down in my lounge, you got the DVDs within 2 drawers below the TV, because my TV sits on like a table thing, and there's like 2 drawers in it. And you can pull them out, and there's like DVDs in there next to the PlayStation discs. And then next to the settee, the sofa, the settee, there is 4 containers. 3 of them are red, and then there's 2 blue ones. The 3 red ones are like my mum's DVDs, all boring stuff like Call of the Midwife, some sappy series about midwives helping women give birth. It's like a drama from the BBC. it's definitely something that like 40-year-old mums, 50-year-old mums would watch, and anybody, yeah, any, you know, anybody, any like old woman above the age of 40, old, but yeah, any woman above the age of 40 would watch Call of the Midwife. It's in the same kind of style as Downton Abbey, but instead of about rich people, it's about midwives helping women give birth. I finally I've taken the role, and basically and then there's other DVDs in there like musicals, like Fairly Modern Midi, Sound of Music. I don't know what other musicals exist. The Joseph and Technicolor Dreamcoat. I don't know. I can't really think of other things. Oh shit. Okay, well he's waiting for the medic to catch up. I should just I wish there was a way to cancel the spawn. There should be a way to cancel spawn. Yeah, that's really annoying that you can't cancel spawn. And yeah, and the 2 blue boxes, which is all the kids' films that we collected, that my sisters and I collected when we were kids over the last like. Yep, I'm doing so now, buddy. Yeah, I'm doing it so now, but yeah, I was doing it now. It just takes a while for it to load.
Alright, let's go.
Yeah, it just took a while for it to load.
Yeah, it was having that FTL who let you down.
Yeah, we need a Bravo FTL. I'll just stick with Alpha for now.
I don't mind the extra.
Yep, I can hold my own as well if you need me to, but I'll stick with you.
No, stick with us for coordination until you get a squad.
Yeah. And then the 2 boxes, yeah, full of kids DVDs and teenager DVDs that my sisters and I gathered over our childhood and things. It'd be stuff like Ben 10, Harry Potter. What else? Night in Museum. Good films, by the way, Night in Museum. The first one's pretty funny. Second one's pretty good. Third one, trash. Fourth one, I believe, is trash. I think there's a fourth. No, there's no fourth. I think there's just 3. What other films in there? Random animated films, like Wreck-It Ralph, Nemo. Like Disney films. There'd be DreamWorks films in there, like Shrek and stuff. Shrek is pretty funny. There's also Pirates of the Caribbean in there. Scooby-Doo films. Peak films, by the way.
We want to get security on that cache in front of us so we can go south of that cache. It will be better. It will have hell and having cover.
Yep. Scooby-Doo films are pretty peak. Like the animated ones and the live action ones. A couple of weeks ago, my Wi-Fi completely crashed for about a week and a half because we recently set up our fiber, and then they basically after the fiber did not work for multiple weeks, and once the engineer finally came out and checked, he discovered that the person that set up the fiber accidentally left some sort of paste thing on top of the on the fiber cables, meaning all the light bouncing around inside the fiber cables was not contacting the Wi-Fi router. So he took off the paste thing, and then the Wi-Fi started working. But during those like 1 week and a half, during the week and a half where my fiber Wi-Fi was down, I was forced to watch DVDs for the first time in years. Unfortunate situation to be in for a guy my age.
Make sure we keep eyes down.
But I basically I rewatched you know, Scooby-Doo animated films. For example, I watched the Scooby-Doo Samurai. I forgot what it's called. I think it's just called Scooby-Doo and the Samurai or whatever. Very cool film. You definitely tell it's made for kids, but it's cool in the sense it's about a ghost samurai fighting a giant green dragon in Japan, and Scooby-Doo and Shaggy learn how to fly and be samurai to fight the ghost samurai. Very cool. And what's it called? And then there was the other one I watched. And then basically there was another one is Scooby-Doo and the Goblin King. That's basically just like it's like some magician from a circus kidnaps a fairy, and then he steals the fairy's powers, and he becomes like a grand wizard with real magical powers, and he goes after the Goblin King and tries to steal the Goblin King's power and become the Goblin King himself to control the Goblin Empire. And then Scooby-Doo and Shaggy and the rest of the gang have to stop this evil wizard trying to kidnap and steal the Goblin King's powers. Don't know how Scooby-Doo and Shaggy got involved with the Goblin King Empire and a grand wizard trying to steal his magic, but I guess it makes sense. But it was pretty cool though. Not as good as the Samurai and Green Dragon one though. The Green Dragon and the Samurai one is a lot cooler. And then there's also... which one is it? I'm trying to think. There's also the pirate one. Scooby-Doo and Ship Ahoy? Ahoy Ship? Ahoy Matey? I don't know. Some sort of... It's basically just about... It's Freddy's birthday. And then Scooby-Doo and the gang take a cruise for Freddy's birthday. And then... Where am I going? I heard. And Scooby-Doo and the gang basically on a cruise ship with Freddy. And then suddenly a bunch of pirates, like, you know, Pirates of the Caribbean pirates. Very Pirates of the Caribbean music, by the way. They basically just steal the Pirates of the Caribbean music and then just make it Scooby-Doo-y. But basically a bunch of Pirates of the Caribbean pirates, like Jack Sparrow and stuff, come after Scooby-Doo and the gang and all the cruise people on the cruise ship, and then kidnap them all in the Bermuda Triangle. And then Scooby-Doo and the gang have to try figure out who the pirates really are and where all the cruise members went. And it turns out they all got hypnotized by the magician at the cruise ship show. And the magician, basically the magician hypnotized everybody and made them all act like pirates and all dress like pirates and believe they were pirates, so he can steal the massive gold meteor in the middle of the ocean. And basically there's this massive solid gold meteor that crashed into the ocean in the center of the Bermuda Triangle, and he wants to go get it. So he kidnapped all the cruise people, hypnotize them into thinking they were pirates, so they can go after this gold meteorite, and he can be rich. But, you know, the meddling kids, Scooby-Doo, Shaggy, Freddy, Daphne, Velma, and some hobo guy, and Freddy's parents, they stop, like hobo, not homo, hobo, like homeless guy. There was a homeless guy in the ship, because apparently there's homeless people in cruise ships. But the meddling kids stop the pirates from stealing the gold meteorite. But then when they steal the gold meteorite, they were able to pick it up. But it turns out the gold meteorite was like a plug, like a plug in like a bathtub for the entire ocean. So the second they picked it up, the entire ocean started getting sucked into the core of the earth, and then some sea monster came out and tried to attack them because he was like, "Goo, goo, you stole my solid gold meteorite." Yeah, brother guy behind me. If you hear me. Do you hear me, brother guy next to me? We're just gonna follow Alpha fire team lead. We don't have the fire team lead right now. But yeah, basically. But yeah, basically they yeah. But yeah, Sea Monster comes out. Goo, you steal my solid gold meteorite from the Bermuda Triangle, you evil hypnotized pirates and Scooby, Shaggy, and the gang. And then they put the gold thing back, they arrest the hypnotist magician, and then they save all the crew's members. Crew's...
We're gonna shoot that cache to the east, or the village to the east. Anything in the village?
South cache. At hotel. No shit.
Set up in these trees on the tree line, or on the water line. 1-1 Alpha team leader, I need you to relay my instructions to your team lead.
Saw guy. 1-1 team lead, we are being taken by 1-6 to defend the cache.
Other movies that I watched during the time my Wi-Fi collapsed. Is that No, that's Friendly. Friendly Northeast in the river.
Yeah, no, he's bringing us to that cache.
I got hair in my mouth. Okay. Other movies I watched during the time my Wi-Fi was completely collapsed on DVD. I watched Night Museum. Night Museum 1. I planned on watching the other ones afterwards, but I didn't really have to. You know, my Wi-Fi came back, and I was like, screw that. I now have Wi-Fi. I'm gonna watch other things. But Night Museum 1 is pretty funny. It's funnier than I remembered. Funnier than I remembered. Contact North. Contact North of Alpha Fire Team lead. No clue.
Yeah. Hey, we're running straight into the Rangers right now. We need 044 from our position.
Hey, go to the right side of the town and we're gonna push in.
Probably don't want to throw any smoke. Don't throw any smoke, there's no need to. Just press that bit, because I think there's a machine gunner up there. Hard. Yes, squad lead. Get behind this rock here. Don't go for wounded yet. Just secure the area before we pick up wounded.
I already picked up 80 gunners getting ready to get rezzed.
Hard.
059. Green.
Reloading. Night Museum's pretty funny, to be honest. It's kind of like I don't know if you've never watched it. It's an old film. Came out in 2009, maybe 2006, 2008 ish. Whoa. But basically, it's just about this dude who has no job, and he's really bad at like doing anything else, and he has no real skills. So he kind of just takes up a job at a museum to be a night guard, and then he discovers that the museum comes alive at night time, and it's because contact North in the buildings across the open. It's basically about, and then we find out that the museum comes alive because of this ancient Egyptian tablet thing that's like in the museum. So whenever it's nighttime, the tablet activates, and anything that's like around it. Yep. Anything around it kind of comes alive. and yeah, and he's basically trying to just deal with the fact that it's like the entire museum's alive. So he gets chased by this giant bone dinosaur, like bone dinosaur. Yeah, old films for me are like, any old films for me, they're all kind of like, 2014 and below. Like, 2014 and below, basically. I'll be pulling back. Machine gun is, suppressing while you pull back. But yeah, basically gets chased by a giant.
See what happened to the guys in the river?
I think they're all dead. They all died. There's not much we can do about that. There's a machine gunner facing towards their position as we crossed.
Alright, Charlie, watch our back, see, make sure no one comes up on us, and then take it.
Whoa! Whoa! Almost got hit by a grenade. Yeah, I'm 20 years old now, but I am very young. I've only just turned 20, like literally like 6 days ago. But I like Lego Movie for me is super old. Like Lego Movie came out 2014. I thought that film came out 2015. But yeah, Lego Movie for me is pretty old. I saw the other day that Rogue One came out 2015, and I felt super old. Because I remember that film came out and I was talking to all my friends back in school when I was like 9 years old. Because I was 9 in 2015. So I was talking to all my friends about, oh, you know this new Star Wars film, Rogue One, came out. And I still remember that like it was like yesterday. And when I found out that was like 10 years ago, oof, that did not go well for me. That was not good for my stomach. Yeah, you're super old. I think you're a similar age to Jedi. I think the average age of TWS is probably like 30 to 40, mid 30 to 40s, like 30s and 40s. I think there's not many people my age, but there are quite a lot of people still my age in TWS. I have not been paying attention to this game. I think I'm just playing this game as like a slot game. I'm gonna, after this game, I'm probably gonna stop after this game and just gonna stop watching a film or something, or maybe stream Door Kickers. Yeah, after this game, I'm gonna close Bellum. I'm gonna stream Door Kickers. I think that'd be fun because I've just downloaded it and I think it'd be pretty cool. So yeah, I'll keep the stream on obviously once this game's finished, and then I'll just kind of thinking about. I'm kind of thinking about leaving the game now because, to be honest, this match is not really interesting. Not really interesting. Well, I'll stay to the end of the match because, you know, it's honorable to my fellow teammates. But yeah, what was I talking about? Yeah, Night Museum. And he basically meets one of the presidents as well. His is like a president dude played by Robin Williams, RIP. And basically, what the president dude, I forgot which president. It's like Ted something, I believe. Ted something. And he's like sat on a horse, posing, making a big, you know, heroic pose with his sword at the front entrance of the museum. And he's usually the first one to greet the main character, the night guard guy, when he enters the museum at night time. And basically it's basically those two that are trying to keep the museum maintained and organized, because basically the second that everybody like the second it turns nighttime, all the statue people and all like the miniatures and stuff, like everything that comes to life, they go completely crazy. And they're all fighting each other, like all the Civil War statues are trying to stab each other. All the little miniatures, like, you know, pinky-sized miniatures are trying to fight each other. all the like animal statues are trying to eat each other. So there is basically that president dude played by Robin Williams. You say it's the best president ever? Oh, Teddy Roosevelt. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, Teddy Roosevelt. That guy. But basically, yeah, him and Teddy Roosevelt, statue dude, and the Night Guard, it's basically them two trying to keep the entire museum at bay and organized. Yeah, eventually they do, but there's still some disorganization. But there's also these really cool little miniature guys played by Owen Wilson. I'm searching the cast. Night and the museum cast. While we're down. But yeah, which one? Where is he? Yeah, Owen Wilson playing Jedediah Smith. Don't know who that is. Jedediah Smith. Jedediah Smith. Is he a real person? He's a real guy. Interesting. Yeah, here he is in the film. But he's like a little miniature about the size of the tip of your pinky. There he is. And there's also a Roman guy who's also miniature. And there's basically the two... Okay, look, that's not funny. Ignore that center picture there. Ignore that center picture. But yeah, you got these two guys. And he's like the leader of the Roman miniature people. And it's like a giant Roman city of miniature people walking about. And then you got this cowboy town in the middle of like a desert miniature, and he's like the leader of his desert cowboy people. And they're basically at conflict with each other, and then they're trying to get them to work together rather than fight, because all they have is fight, because they're stuck inside their containers, their museum. They're like little museum walls, like their glass walls, and because they're stuck there, they have nothing else to do. I'm just gonna redeploy so it's less loud. It's not as loud, and I can actually think. And they're basically stuck behind. I'm just gonna leave the game and just open up door kickers, to be honest, because like this game's not interesting me. I'm kind of lost interest. Use the links. Find the links in the description. Join TWS. Go to the website.